Do you know about love? What do you possibly think you know about love? You know, I'm sick and tired of men using love like it's some kind of disease you just catch. Love.
Some of this shit I was. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Thank you, Miss E.T., for the super chat.
Low key, niggas hating, but they don't want no beef. State gang, true sippers, bitch, I bet we don't eat.
Now, you hadn't been around long enough for the original drop that I would play, so I ain't gonna hit you with that one yet. Good morning, Truth.
Check out the content.
Hey,
This is content. Bruv. We got content.
can you hear me, Trey?
I can. I think you had got cut off by the drop.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy. I gotta before I get back into Q because I got an hour into what she did. Silly's video popped up in my damn news feed this morning and said, "Breaking news: Eat with Q. Where's the Fiberissimus channel? What's going on between them?" This is November 6th. Now, Q was lying like everything was good and all that stuff. This folks, she told us about the boundaries and shit. She just took the channel down. And listen to what Silas is asking and saying in this video back in November. But then we listening to Q last night talk about, you made a channel after I leave it. After you took your channel, he made a channel. That's why in his video, he said, you took the channel. You took the channel that you and me made. Silas be on it. And according to YouTube, this was 6 months ago. It was November 6th. Hold on. Y'all got to see these fucking visuals. Never mind. I was going to just do the audio. Y'all got to see the visuals because she told y'all this nigga want to be the star. And look how apprehensive he looks in these goddamn videos. Look how apprehensive he looks. Is it up yet? It should be up in a second, I think. Yeah.
For true love of all my life. I never fell in love until I found you. I'm so sure I found out. I can't do that family alone.
Oh, baby. Thank you for being my husband. Of course. All right, guys. It's going to be great, you guys. We'll see you guys soon. Bye. Mwah. Mwah.
Ta-da.
Ta-da.
I want to marry. Go and marry, baby. People are running away. When you marry, you start showing us the ring. Thank you, baby. Just after 10 months, calling your husband who used to call is a dog. That one is a dog. Your husband is staying from the bed to a dog. This is the marriage. Take your time, dear. Being single is not a sin. Take your time.
Love you. I'm leaving this in here, too. I'm leaving that in.
Wow.
It's still recording.
Well,
I'm leaving it.
I thought this was over. Come on, girl. You got my name messed up.
Hi guys, how are you guys doing? You should go see this mukbang. The mukbang news report here out on this YouTube street. Now guys, it looks like there is a little bit trouble in the Queen life. The River Queen, to be specific. The Queen of Nigeria. Yes, people, do you guys remember all the shakara that went down in Nigeria? She got married and all of that with a Nigerian man, aka the touring guy, aka Good Willie, Free Willie. They have opened their couple channel, the Fiberissima channel, and apparently the channel is lost and cannot be found. Now, the first time the channel was lost, it got struck down, but she got her channel back, thank God. But now it's down and nobody knows why. First of all, shout out to Flexi, Love and Gossip. Please, guys, go.
She was talking about me in the first time, but even then she was. I don't think she was in. I want to say she was back in America when that happened, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah.
go check her out. She make a great observation in the Fiberissimas and all of that. That Eat with Q herself have apparently private or deleted some videos and live from the Eat with Q channel and all of that. But now, as surprisingly, the whole Fiberissima channel is down when we all find out that Mr. Fiberissima himself, or together with Eat with Q, have started a new cooking channel. Now the question is, did Eat with Q know about this channel or not? But apparently, it feels like, let me say it like that, that at the Fiberissima and all of that. What is the...
We now know she knew, but she didn't know. She knew when she looked up and seen he had a channel and her name was in the shit and he was playing the song, because he abruptly stopped playing that motherfucker one time. We were talking shit and we always laughing, saying she probably threatened that nigga and told him to stop playing it, because he was loving that motherfucker at first and then he just stopped. Yeah, he made his channel after she took their channel down. It wasn't he made a channel first and then she took down the Fiberismus, as if, why you make your own channel and you wouldn't make my channel for me? And I just got to keep reiterating. She's saying he wouldn't help me, but she's referring to fucking YouTube. She's saying he wouldn't help her with YouTube. With YouTube. Oh, it's just going to keep ringing. Oh, I forgot. I'm screen share. All right, y'all.
Reason why she came back. Is she going to be honest to the FIP Nation? I'm going to say it respectfully right now, FIP Nation. Okay, I'm going to keep it nice right now. Because I can imagine you guys definitely have some heartbreaking situation going over there. That, you know, Berissima have dropped, everybody knew of you, have not even promoted till now. Not promoted, not even a bit. Is Good Willy Free Willy starting a new channel just to survive there in Nigeria? Because there's a lot going on right now in Nigeria, guys. The food prices are on a high rocket sky. Poverty is going to go more higher in a percentage and all of that over there. The struggle in Nigeria is apparently on a high level, guys. So is Good Willy Free Willy trying to survive right now, even after his wife have left the building and all of that, and leave him behind on her own case? Go figure it out, maybe. What is really going on? Will he just come out and address all of the situation? Don't forget, Flavor, as you guys can see her here, Flavor, the sister-in-law, the so-called sister-in-law of Eat With Q, got married with a big wedding, guys. Big wedding, but not even some couple of months or even years. How much was it? 2 years or less than 2 years, guys? Got divorced already, guys. A big wedding, big celebrities. Look at them looking fine, beautiful. It was a big event. The wedding, look at them. Look at Steven. Hey. And they got divorced. It was a big event, as you guys can see. Beautiful. They were splitting money on a high level. Everybody was looking fine, dressed up. Hey. But all of this, for after not even 2 years, less than 2 years, was over. It was done. Lord have mercy, my people. What is really going on with Eat With You and Mr. Fiberissima, aka Good Willy Free Willy? What have really happened? Is this the same case that is going to happen with Eat With You that have happened to Flavor and the husband, the ex-husband, Steven, and all of that? Everybody ship mouth. A bunch of lie to pretend something that it was not. And I was trying to warn you people, but you people came with fire and stones and bricks at me. And to end up, I was right. I was just trying to help women to open their eyes when they get themselves in a relationship or a marriage. This definitely can be a trick also that Eat With Q is doing, because she's definitely very, very smart with doing her tricks and lying here on this YouTube street just for the views and the content of it all, and definitely for the money. It can be a trick that she's maybe playing. You know, she can go to her psycho ways like Nick Akado. Maybe it's a play that she's trying to play. Maybe Mr. Fibrissima have reached America without we even knowing. But whatever she is doing, I do believe there is some trouble in paradise. I do believe that. Because this is not looking that fine like it was looking in the beginning. You guys already know. Everything starts with roses and then it ends smelling like poo-poo. I'm just saying, people. Now, guys, what do you guys think about all of this? The Mr. Fibrissima channel is gone and cannot be found. Mr. Fibrissima, did he reach America or is it still a trouble for him to get to America? Either do a flew to America, left the hospital, and all of that. As my knowledge from Q is still not pregnant and all of that. All of this, what do you guys think about all of this, Shakara, of Q? And what did happen to the Fibrissima channel? And to top it up, to put the cherry on top of the cake, Mr. Fibrissima have a whole cooking channel that the wife, the celebrity, the public figure of it all did not even shout it out, announce it, or anything. Was she aware about it or was she not? People, if I hear something, and people, thank you for the people that is giving me heads up, because I am definitely giving me hands up, and tagging me. I want to thank you guys so much for giving me the heads up, because you guys already know I am here to report. Don't bullshit everybody. Now, guys, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys see this mukbang, the mukbang news report here out on this YouTube street. And like I always say, God bless everybody. Stay blessed, everybody. And you know it. Ahora. Silly's in the building. Bye, guys. Do.
All right, Cecilia should hit on some things. Did Goodwill start a channel to survive? Yes. Hey, I can hear myself. Yeah, looked like he did that. She didn't shout him out, and Cecilia made some great points on her channel. You said he wanted to be a star. Well, why didn't you propel him into stardom? If you felt like he wasn't working on y'all shit, he wanted to be a star, then what they said makes a lot of sense. Had that nigga create his channel and go to work, I bet he would have been editing and shit then. Like nothing that he, even now, the shit he do don't say he being a star. It seemed like a nigga that's just excited to have somebody watching him. Not stardom. He not on that motherfucker acting cocky and shit. Okay, back to her original 3-hour video.
You're talking about gibberish the whole time, but you want to fix your lip.
Hey, when he was sober, we didn't understand what that motherfucker was saying. So now it's wrong to get full of that weed. It's wrong to get full of that weed. Is that what I'm hearing? All right, then.
And get online and say,
I wish I had some donuts.
Like, be for real, sir. I didn't sign up for that. I didn't marry somebody thinking that, oh my God, like, oh God, the man does this.
But motherfucker, he would. So she ain't saying what it is, but she keeps saying smoking. But we're just gonna assume it's weed, because if it was anything worse, then she would have said it to just add. She would have went on and said it. I didn't sign up for this. So you never saw him smoke weed or drink before you got married. And even when you got married and you was there them couple months with him, you didn't see him smoking or drinking. And all the other times you went there, you didn't see him smoking or drinking. Like, you got married to the nigga, so in fact you did sign up for
it. Be for real, sir. I didn't sign up for that. I didn't marry somebody thinking that, oh my God, like, oh God, the man does this. Damn, like, you got a lot of shit with you, sir. Like, damn. But you want
motherfucker. See, I feel the bitch is loading up. Cause she is saying stupid shit. Oh, I would cuss my daughter out if she was on the internet doing this. I would cuss her the fuck out and tell her to delete this shit. You the one married this nigga after knowing him on Telegram for 2 months. That's your fault. You knew him on Telegram for 2 months, and you knew this nigga in real life for a fucking month, 1 month. So you had 3 months of knowledge of this nigga, and you married him. And now you talking about what you didn't sign up for. You didn't know him. But hold on, when did you find out he had never been to the dentist? When you decided to make that content? Was that before or after marriage?
House to go be with your best.
And then motherfucker, you, from what you're telling us, when you met this man, you said he had lint in his goddamn pocket. So you knew exactly what the fuck you were signing up for when you said I do. There's no way you didn't know if you described him as he had lint in his pocket, but okay, I'm gonna work with him. You knew exactly what the fuck you signed up for. But I didn't sign up for that. Yes, you did. You said the man had lint. He didn't have shit. He never had shit until you came in his life. You knew that when you married the nigga. But now you didn't know? And we supposed to just let you say this stupid shit and act like we didn't hear it? Or act like we didn't tell you so 2 years ago? Well, I didn't tell you so. I was just listening. Really, I ain't bother you until you said that fuck shit. That's when you got on my radar, man. I just was on panels and stuff. I didn't bother you to that shit there.
Friends and go smoke and drink and do drugs, coming home high as a kite, y'all. Coming home high off your behind, looking crazy. Can't even understand what you're talking about, gibberish the whole time. But you want to fix your lips and get online and say what you said. Like, be for real, sir. I didn't sign up for that. I didn't marry somebody thinking that, oh my God, like, oh God, the man does this. Damn, like, you got a lot of shit with you, sir. Like, damn.
Yeah, she's saying drugs to make it seem bad, but she's indicated several times that he smoked. He was smoking. Like, motherfucker smoking meth, you gonna say meth. Motherfucker smoking crack, you gonna say crack, but she can just say drugs to leave it out there. High off your ass. Y'all went through premarital counseling and you talking about you ain't know what the fuck you signed up for. You seen that goddamn barbecue grill and you talking about you ain't know what the fuck you signed up for. I can't. She was at the market with all them goddamn flies around her plate and she talking about she ain't know what she signed up for. Man, you got married on dirt roads.
Lies. Just lies.
I'm just saying. She got married on a dirt road. Ooh.
But you want to sit up here and say that I'm not well? Yes, you're right. I'm not well. I am completely, oh God, but I'm well now. I got it together now. I was very thrown off. Very thrown off. Anytime you go and marry somebody from another country, that you feel what I'm saying? From a third world country and they don't have nothing.
Now it's a third world, son of a bitch. You was just telling these Americans that they need to get their ass over to the Abuja. I can't wait. Oh, the truth. I hope you was finding these clips from a lot of the dumb shit she said. So when you go, so when
I'm
you
not
do your
finding the
reaction,
damn. I ain't finding that. I got the live streams. I got the live. I got all of it with her lying ass. I got it all.
Yeah, you good. You just all you gotta do is play a little snippet when she say stuff like that. A third world country, you told the American women to get over there and get them one. They can be queens too. Fuck these American niggas. Y'all ain't gotta settle. Well, I would call it a shithole country. You had Anna with me. I'm sorry, you had pure Anna with me. And you was telling us how beautiful it was and how great the people were, and they ingratiated themselves to you, and you was auntie, and you was part of the culture and the tribes and the women, and everybody fuck with you. Now it's a third world country. See how she talking about your people goodwill? She act like she was out there feeding the people with you one time. Now she talking about them.
Oh yeah, I was very told off.
She was supposed to be going over there to sacrifice to be a wife, and that's a third world country that you traveled your ass to on more than one motherfucking occasion. He didn't have to go nowhere. And if what you saying is true, bitch, you got pimped again. I'm sorry, y'all. That was the first one. I'm sorry. But you got pimped again, man. You said Play pimped you. This nigga pimped you too. Internet. I wonder could he be charged for trafficking? Because you know that's the type of games they play in the world now. She flew with actually she would, I don't know. She the one to be charged because she was the one going over there paying for dick. So how would that work? Could she be charged for going over there to buy penis? Would that could be considered trafficking? Truth is our legal expert. We'll see what she says about the possible trafficking charges or solicitation at least. At least solicitation.
No, not necessarily trafficking, but she can be charged with being a hoe. She can be charged with being dumb. She can be charged with being desperate and things of that sort. Not trafficking though, sir. No trafficking.
Okay. Well, at least solicitation on there. Yeah, she that's what she telling y'all. She telling y'all she bought the dick based on her accounts. She bought the dick. She bought the ring. She bought the dick, according to her. She bought the Ubers. She bought the house. This is what she telling y'all. He a pimp. You that he ain't want to edit. You were doing all the videos. He didn't want to edit. He was a pimp. But I'm definitely counting. I definitely got to keep pointing out that lie when you said the She's Healing podcast was on your back, ma'am. Because once you left the Americas, once you left, the Americas, you didn't do that podcast anymore. You did not. And it was only, y'all did one episode a week. And y'all took a big ass break during that time. Probably because you and your mom was arguing.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. I am once again inserting my manager, my managing mod skills, and I'm blocking infamous. I have decided that calling equal Q a Rico hoe.
She need to get a Rico.
I just can't do this today. The woman that called the girl a Rico hoe. Troy, it's too early for this shit. You and Silly's on that fuck shit early. She done called the woman a Rico hoe.
That's what it sound like to me. Because she's selling that pussy internationally. That's fair charges.
Internationally. Look, across the waters.
Across the waters, band dick. You a passport hoe. You know they got passport bros. You a passport hoe.
Y'all couldn't wait till 12 o'clock.
Truth, she's a passport hoe. She got a passport to go over there and fuck Africans. Just like how the men get the passports and go to the Dominican.
Oh my God. Oh, hold on, Silas. Silas, you did a great job, sweetheart. Trey. Mark. I'm weak. I am weak.
You go marry somebody from another country that you feel what I'm saying, from a third world country, and they don't have nothing to offer you. Yeah, you're crazy. You are messed up.
But I thought God led you to that. You said that was all led by God, ma'am. It was true love. This is what you said. Now you were crazy. You supposed to have been healed when you gave us this speech about play when you got back. You was healed and you had learned and God had blessed you with the new man that showed you what real love was, and you didn't tell us he made you the wife. Yeah, you didn't say all that. But yeah, he showed you what real love was and all this other good shit. Then next thing we know, you over there posting videos. Just got married, guys. I'm like, damn, didn't you just break up with Play? How'd that happen?
Up here, something's not right. You got to love yourself properly. You got to get to the root of what's wrong. You got to get to the root of, are you vulnerable? What's the problem? And I told
now keep in mind, when she broke up with Play, she was in therapy as well. She was in therapy and she had God leading her and ordering her steps. And she is back in the same goddamn situation again, except for this time she says she got married. Same situation. Now she vulnerable. You was vulnerable with Play too, because you just came out of a relationship with Scott. It's always the same shit.
what my problem was. My problem was I just gave my life back.
Hence Goodwill said, you're stupid.
The Christ, I'm thinking, oh God, here it is. This is what God has given me. You know, I've made a lot of mistakes. Are you vulnerable? What's the problem? And I told y'all what my problem was. My problem was I just gave my life back to Christ. I'm thinking, oh God, here it is. This is what God has given me. You know, I've made a lot of mistakes. I've given my life back to Christ.
You the same motherfucker that say everything ain't of God. So how the fuck you figure that was God? How you figure God sent you a nigga that was worse off than the nigga that you had just left? And this nigga was in another country. How do you figure that was of God? What side in that did you see that said, this is what God wants from me?
God loves me. He's given me my desires. I've always desired to be a wife. You know, I can do that. I you know, that was my problem. That was my problem.
And the way she's blaming God in some of these situations and laughing about the shit, right after she blames God, lets me know this whole God shit she got is a facade. That bitch is still casting spells and stuff. They ain't worked yet either, man, because remember you told me in the She's Heathen video, you put that in there for me. Just because I don't believe don't mean it don't work. It ain't work. It ain't work for your marriage, motherfucker. You said you tried God, and I'm sure you cast a spell too. It ain't fucking work according to you. You damn mystic.
Problem. So, and you know, it is what it is. And this is just what I get, you know what I'm saying? And like I said in my video today, that God is going to be there to pick you up, you know, dry your tears off and help you whenever you stumble and scrape your knee. But yeah, you gotta get what's coming to you. You have to. It is what it is. Ashley M gave me $5. My beautiful cute.
But you said God gave you that. I don't get it. You got to get what you coming, but you said he gave you that. You did Daniel fast and some more shit. All types of miracles and blessings happened in your life. And now you telling us you was lying? Or this, yeah, you're not even admitting that you were lying. You're just saying this is what you get. You won't address the fact that you lied and told us this man was rich.
I've been following you for years now. God led me to pray for you and let you know God is going to get the glory out of the story. Amen. I truly believe that. And that's why I'm in a space in my life where it's truly healing. So yeah, I can be honest about getting therapy because I need it. Look what I've been through. You guys might know.
You said you had therapy the last relationship though. Your cup is empty. You need your husband to fill your cup. He filled your cup. He made your cup run over.
Nervous system is shot. Do you guys understand that? My nervous system is shot. You can't keep taking hit after hit after hit after hit after hit after hit and be okay and be normal. It's not gonna happen. He did cook you. He did.
Girl, shut the fuck up.
Cook you the best food. That was the money, $2. He could cook. He could cook. I cooked. I did most of the cooking. He did do the cooking. If I said, you know, I don't feel like it, honey, or I'm tired or whatever.
You was only there 3 months, ma'am. So I stopped myself from cussing you out right then. You was only there for 3 months, motherfucker. And then during that time, you claim you was learning other trades and becoming a pastry chef. So why the fuck you worried about him being with his friends if you at cooking school? Seems like your ass wasn't at home neither, or you not remembering the shit that you said. You taking culinary classes would have taken you away from your husband in time y'all could have been spending together, correct? But when he with his friends, because you may be at culinary, I'm gonna just say that's where he was. He was with his homeboys on days you had culinary school, motherfucker. That's when he was with his homies.
If I requested something, one of my favorite dishes of his, he would do it. He's not a mean guy. He's not mean. It's just character flaws, like extreme character flaws that I can't deal with in a relationship. Like, even if
it's not, motherfucker, you married him. You didn't even give your chance. You didn't give yourself enough time to know if he had character flaws or not. Even when you was coming back to the United States, you and this nigga wasn't talking because you weren't putting him in any of your motherfucking videos. I asked y'all several times why the fuck y'all can't go live from the Fibrissima channel with StreamYards. Y'all did the shit when you did your 30K celebration and stuff. Now, I don't know if you used, I think you were using StreamYards because if I recall, you were putting comments on the screen. So you know how to use the shit, but yet every time you came to the States, y'all did no content together. Zero. Nothing. You ain't had that nigga call in on shit. We were like, where your husband at? Where your husband? The whole time you was in Barbados, we had to ask where your husband was, and then you had the nigga finally call in. One time this happened. And it might have been an Eat with Q video, not a Fibrissima.
even dating someone, the type of flaws that this man has, even dating you, I would have been going after 30 days of dating you, or 69. You wouldn't have made it past the 90 days of the
son of a bitch. But you married the nigga. And you kept taking your black ass back. I can see, okay, y'all get married, you stay there, you notice, because after y'all got married, you had 90 days of noticing the character flaws. And you kept taking your ass back. Not only did you notice the character flaws after y'all got married before you came back, you went to Barbados and act like that nigga was coming there, and that's where y'all was living and gonna raise y'all family. With the character flaws. And then with the Barbados situation, I'm sure you're talking to him and you're getting to know character flaws. And what'd you do? You took your ass right back over there with the character flaws and stayed 3 months. Then you came back home, and then what'd you do? You abruptly left your family and went back over there again to the character flaws. But this time, it's it.
Like, if you're around me 24/7 and and this is who you are, and I can be around you for every day, in and out, getting to know you in and out, you would not have passed the 90 days because you as a person, I don't like it. I don't like it. Just doesn't click. You do things that I wouldn't do. You get what I'm saying? Like you overstep your boundaries with people, and I don't like that. Like, you think you're more than what you are. Like you have nothing, and you're sitting up here acting like you're just so good.
You the one that told all these people he was a king, man. Why the fuck wouldn't he think he is? You told him that. You were buying the dick. Why wouldn't he think that? Didn't you tell him this is my king? Didn't I just show the video with you in the clothes on, and this is your royal garments, and you making it seem like in those videos you made it seem like he paid for it. But if we paid attention when you were talking about your dress, you told us how much you paid for your dress, not him.
Grandiose, and you have everything. You have absolutely nothing. You're sitting here making it seem like you built my channel, Eat With You. Like, that's some weird stuff. That's weird to me. That's extremely weird to me. And, you know, I don't feel like I said anything bad. All I said was the marriage. Like, I'm just moving on with my life.
He helped make that Fibrissima channel go up. That's how y'all were able to celebrate the 30K and the 10K milestones that y'all did, or whatever 2 milestones y'all did. Because he helped enhance the channel because people wanted to know about your husband, ma'am. You can't get past it. You introduced him to the world and people wanted to know about him, so they tuned in to y'all's channel. And then when y'all weren't putting out content, motherfuckers would be in your comment section and in the She's Healing podcast comment section asking you about your goddamn husband.
That's it. You took it personal, you got mad, and you said what you said, and now I'm saying what I'm saying. That's just what it is, you know? Entitled, yes, entitled. That's the thing, the entitlement. It's the entitlement. Like, you're entitled, and that's how he acts. Like, he really does act entitled. Like, and it's not even just with me. It's with your friends. It's with your family. You do act like that. You act entitled. Like, you act like everybody's supposed to give you everything.
Well, apparently his friends and family fuck with him and his entitlement. You said he was with them all night. And then again, you said he lied about everything. What can you tell us something he lied about that was detrimental to the relationship? Because you hadn't indicated that he cheated or he was with no bitches, except for that one time when you was like, you could do this, but I can't do that. Unless you talking about the shirt being off, but that's after you done took the channel down and told him y'all was no longer together, according to your timeline. Favor is in London living her best life.
Everything and do everything for you, and you give the bare minimum to everybody. You don't do anything, the bare minimum. And I would have never said nothing if you had never brought up my mom and my sister, something that I completely moved past. And I don't know if you did that to try to trigger me or try to make yourself look good, saying that you brought my relationship.
No, he was just saying how he helped fill your cup, motherfucker. He was showing how he was an asset in your life. Something I moved past.
Back together with my mom.
Therapy didn't help you get past the issues with your mom and them. Your husband did.
Bring anything back together. You didn't bring anything back together with my mom. God did that. God brought it back.
Yeah, just like God gave you goodwill, huh? But your husband, so God couldn't have been speaking through your husband to tell him you need to fix it with your mama. All right.
God did what needed to be done. God touched my heart. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe God used you.
Okay, at least you gave him credit. So why God didn't touch your mama's heart? Why he just touched yours?
To speak some things or say some things, but you're not going to sit up here and take all the credit for something that we're going to give God the glory for. We're going to let God get the glory for that.
He said he want his credit, motherfucker. You just said, baby, God used it. So you could do both. You could give God the glory for using your husband, which what the fuck he did. You was having problems with your mama. You ran your ass back over here to Africa in the blink of an eye, quit on the She's Healing podcast, and he knew what was going on, and he told you to fix that shit. And apparently since then, you fixed that shit for him to know about it. Because that was your last time going to Africa, ma'am, is when you left abruptly. That was your last time in the Abuja. So while he was out hanging with his friends and shit, he was able to tell you to fix your relationship with your mama, which apparently you claim you did because you came back and you was doing Thanksgiving meals and shit, and you wasn't coming back to Abuja. You knew you weren't, but you were telling everybody on the internet, my life is grand. We still married. Mind your business. And then it was a whole 4 months before you came out and said, I'm not going back. I'm anytime soon. I'm enrolled in school and all of that. We know the timeline, ma'am, very well. So your relationship with your mama that was fucked up when you abruptly left was fixed within those 3 months that you were over there and came back home. And you saying he can't take credit for it when you ran to him because you and your mama was into it.
I've come a long way. We're going to let God get the glory for that. You don't get no credit for none of that. And he was like, what did he say in this video? He said that family's everything to me and the mom is everything. That was the thing that was really insulting to me. Hold on one.
Uh-oh, she had to mute. Somebody said something. It must be auntie. Relationship with mama ain't that repaired. She ain't back there. She would
Sorry, you
unmute
guys.
y'all.
Somebody wanted to see a cat. Oh my God. I want him to prosper, you guys. I want the best to happen to him. I don't want nothing bad to happen to him. I never wanted nothing bad to happen to him. But I'm done. Like, I don't know how much I have to take. You know, how much more do I have to endure? Like, somebody was like, you have to go through long.
That man simply did his video and said, stop lying on him. You slandering his name. That's what he initially did. He put up with you doing 2 to 3 videos, embarrassing the fuck out of him, breaking up with him on the internet. And after about your 3rd video, he said, stop lying on me. Then you did something else where the nigga was like, hold on, let me address this damn divorce.
Suffering in your marriage. I don't have to go through long suffering if my husband is staying out all night. I don't have to go through long suffering if my husband is being reckless with money and finances. I don't have to stay.
Could you explain how he was being reckless with money and finances? Like, again, the way she talking, you would think this nigga blowing through 20,000 or something like this. She ain't, her nor neither one of her channels put together was bringing in that type of revenue. What do you mean reckless with money? You have to explain. That's a broad term. You're not telling us exactly what he did. Was he, what the fuck was he gambling? Because weed and alcohol is fairly fucking cheap, man. That shit there is it's not like you're spending thousands of dollars on that. But how is he reckless with money? Motherfuckers gotta eat. Y'all got the same expenses. Y'all eat, rent. Y'all call Ubers everywhere. How he reckless with money?
It was somebody that has really bad habits. I don't have to do that. If that's what you want to do in your marriage, and if God told you to do that in your marriage, that's good for you. But I'm not doing that. I don't.
But you said God told you to do it in yours. So God sent you that nigga. Then God said, well, you know, my child, I was wrong. He ain't for you, leave. How you gonna have it both ways? God sent you in and then God told you to leave. Goodwill don't look like no crackhead.
Here, I'm not doing that. I'm not. Because I don't deserve that. If I'm giving you goodness, you need to give me goodness back.
I'm just saying, maybe you need to try Allah, Krishna, some goddamn body.
In return, I'm not suffering. I'm not suffering. No, I'm not. Chocolate Girl Eats gave me $9.99. Thank you so much. I know it's hard, especially with so many eyes on you. It's extremely hard, girl. But you're stronger than this moment and bigger than any story you'll tell. You're walking through and still shining. I appreciate you, sweetie. Thank you so much for that. And honestly, I don't care what anybody thinks about me. She's the reason. I'm starting to think that you is the problem. But I am the problem. I am. I 100% am the problem. So if you think that that's what it is, then yes, I am the problem. I am 1,000% the problem.
Sound like you was reading that nigga comment section.
Problem. Jesus Christ, I'm the problem. And I'm so much the problem. That's why I ran to the therapist so fast. That's how I am.
But I thought you went to the therapist after play, before the marriage. Like I ran to the therapist. Bitch, you still fucked up. So like he said, the therapist need to give you some money back. They suck.
Because I keep falling for the same dumb stuff. Why? The same, it's just a different person. It's like the same thing, but just in a different, you know?
You're dumb.
It's the same thing, but just in a different, it's a different person.
In a different country.
No, I am the problem. I am the problem because this is what you get when you're unhealed. See, and that's not an insult. Me saying I'm the problem, that's not an insult. That's truth. That's the truth because you're saying that I need healing.
Healing from what, bitch? Y'all just be using terms. Healing from what exactly? Because you can't heal if you don't know what the fuck you healing. So what is it that you need to heal in order for you to be fixed, motherfucker? Because according to you, you just gonna be broken your whole life, wasting money on fucking therapy. That's not helping you make better decisions.
I need healing. I did. I felt like this is going to be a vulnerable moment for you guys, and I might start crying. I'm just going to be straight up 100% honest with you guys. I felt like not only was I going through the motions of, okay, like I'm a new creature in Christ Jesus. I gave my life back to Christ. It was a beautiful thing, and I love that, and that's my testimony. So that's one thing, one vulnerability.
You're saying it so much, I'm starting not to believe you. Like, motherfucker.
Okay.
You act like you didn't know who the fuck Jesus was. Go ahead.
I've tried. Like I literally don't want to say too much because I got to do my thing. But it's this damn healing for me. Okay. It's this speaking of healing, right? And it's this same speech, and I'm gonna keep saying it because I don't want people to forget when they start to fall into this trap or this witch. This is the same things she was saying when she broke up with Play. Bitch, listen. The thing about it is you claim to be healing. You claim to be finding you. You went to the motherland. You smelt the air. You felt the soil the whole time. It wasn't about you and no fucking healing, bitch. You moved on to another dick. Now you want to sit up here and claim this same story of healing. I mean, the thing about it is like, okay, we get it. You have revelations. You decide, look, I need healing. You lied. You just lying because you said the same thing when you and Play broke up. And you were lying the whole time you were sitting there talking about you gonna get back to yourself. It's all about you. You healing. You going to therapy. You knew you was going back to Africa to marry that man. Come on, man. I'm sorry, Trey. I'm done.
No, you could have continued cooking.
Thing that I was dealing with. The second vulnerability thing that I was dealing with is I felt like that my clock was ticking. I felt like, oh my God, I'm in my 30s. I'm not married. My clock is ticking. And baby, that's the problem. Your clock is not ticking, honey. You're not behind schedule. You're not.
So you got married to have a baby and you didn't get pregnant. That's crazy work.
Any of that. $20 from the Quiet Storm with W. Brown. Hello, beautiful. Stopping to say hello, working and listening. I love you too. But yeah, like that's the part that makes me emotional because I felt like deep down inside, and I never told anybody this, but I felt like deep down inside, like my clock is ticking. Like if I don't do it now, like it's probably never going to happen. And I've accomplished so many other things in my life, and I've done so many great things in my life, but this I haven't done. And this is something that I truly want. And I want to do things the right way. I don't want to have a child out of wedlock. I want to be married and have kids, but I want to do it the right way. And I don't want to be like a single mom, or I don't want to be, this is just how I was feeling, you guys. And this is, look what it got me. Look at what it got me. I made a very bad decision. I made a very, very, very bad decision. And I'm living with my very bad decision. But one thing that I am proud of myself about is I'm going to give myself grace and I'm going to move forward and I'm going to heal. And I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I'm not going to let nobody shame me about anything.
I'm not going to let you forget that God led you to that decision. So that's what you told everybody. It was God. Yeah, we're going to shame you. You just have to ignore it because you deserve to be shamed because you lied. You lied. Now you dragging this man for telling lies that nobody asked you to tell.
No one can shame me. You can say whatever you want in this chat. No one can shame me about anything because I know who I am. I know what I have to offer. I know what I've done. And I'm just proud of myself. I'm proud of myself for having the strength to leave because there's so many people that go through things even worse than what I've gone through.
Motherfucker, you left every 3 months.
I mean, way worse. There's people who've been through worse stuff in their marriage. And what I went through in my marriage, I wouldn't want nobody to go through that. Was he hit?
What did you go through? You said there was no abuse. What the fuck did you go through exactly?
I mean, no. But and what I went through in my marriage, I wouldn't want nobody to go through that. Was he hitting me? No. But the things not, it just don't make sense. Like, that's just not what a husband would do. Period. That's just not what a husband would do.
So a husband wouldn't be jealous?
And so right now, I'm at a space in my life where I'm not interested in any of that. I just want.
Well, why aren't you back on the She's Hidden podcast? Now, I seen on IG where you and Chess was out, and that was your first time being with her since you've been back in the States that you posted. Where's the podcast? Shouldn't y'all be on there talking about healing? Because I was on there talking about being married women. And I remember on one of them podcasts, you was talking about how Goodwill was a great leader. On a podcast, matter, I'm finding that motherfucking video. You talked about how this man was a great leader. He was old man and all that shit. Now he ain't shit. He couldn't run his household, but you said he did in the She's Hidden podcast.
Move forward with my life. I just want to, let this be done and over with. And, you going about your business, I going about mine. I don't speak on you. You don't speak on me. And we can just get this done and over with. You can, go on with your braids, go on with your ear.
Now, he finna do a video.
Piercings, go on with your shirt off. Go on and do your thing, baby. Because I'm not even.
I didn't even notice this nigga had his ears pierced. Why you mad he got his ears pierced? You got a nose piercing.
It's not my type at all. So do you, boo.
You wasn't his type when you kept changing your goddamn hairstyle. You see this shit? He was your type when he was your husband. He put up with you through all types of hair changes. And now you dissing him. And he's still your husband right now, ma'am, just for the record. You're not divorced yet.
Your braids, go on with your ear piercings, go on with your shirt off, go on and do your thing, baby. Because that's not even my type. It's not my type at all. So do you, boo. Q, you're so beautiful. The right man will come. I'm not worried about that, you guys. You left quick. Give yourself grace. I mean, I don't feel like I left quick. I felt like I gave you chance after chance after chance. And then, like I said, you're doing things where it's just like, this is not going to change. Like, God can change anything. God can change any person. But when you're dealing with a person, like, I can't do it. Like, it's insulting to me to do all the things
chat would turn her ass up
and have somebody that won't even fucking lift a finger. Like, you won't make not near a sacrifice. Not one sacrifice. You're not willing to make not one freaking sacrifice.
But that's not what you was telling us. You said you didn't have to lift a finger because he did everything. Now you telling us the opposite?
And that's actually very insulting to me. And I think that's what makes the decision so much easier. Because it's like, I'm not about to burn myself out for somebody that won't do nothing. You feel what I'm saying? It's crazy to me. It's crazy. And it's like you're telling me that, that I want attention. No, sweetie, you're the one that's been wanting attention. You've never worn your shirt off the entire time that we were together. And now the moment that I'm out of your presence, what else are you doing? What else? Like, it just made you think about all type of stuff. You never did none of that stuff. But now that you got an audience and got somebody looking at you.
Motherfucker, y'all are together. How are you upset about anything that he's doing after you terminated y'all channel and told people y'all weren't together? Now you're mad this nigga done took his shirt off. You never did that when we were together because he respected y'all marriage, motherfucker. That's why. And then he started doing that shit, thirst trapping your motherfucking ass. But why do you care? You're complaining about something he did after you've said you were done.
Now you want to take your shirt off and do all this stuff and flex your stomach and this, that, and the third.
After you done told the world, y'all ain't together. You're not going back ever. You ain't going nowhere that require you to catch a flight. These are your exact words.
Like, come on now. This is
now she hating on this man, how he trying to run his channel after they done broke up. Yes, he doing what the fuck he got to do because you gone. He trying to get a new you.
repeated cycle, sis. You have to do the work on you. That's exactly what I'm talking about, you guys. That's exactly what I'm saying. He's trying to catch your victim. He's trying to catch your victim. He's the victim. He is the victim. He's been a victim. It's always somebody doing something to him. He'd be doing destruction to everybody else, and then nobody did nothing to him. Everybody doing something to him. It's crazy.
Motherfucker, that's you.
Same person, different body. Exactly.
That's literally your story with everybody that they doing shit to
I was
you.
like, this is our last option. I'm gonna call my grandfather, who's a marriage counselor, and my grandfather's like, you don't do that. You don't do that to your wife. You don't leave your wife in no house with no food. She thinking that you went off to go get groceries and stuff, and you never came back. You don't do that.
Okay, so if this happened and you had to call, why did you have to call your granddaddy if you knew that wasn't right? Instead of you packing up and leaving that day, you waited till your visa was up to leave. If this happened, why didn't you leave then when it happened? So she done called the granddaddy and said, Granddad, and this early on in the marriage now, because grandpa was still alive. So this early on in their marriage, she's saying this nigga left her, saying he was going to the market, didn't go. Early on in the marriage, and she took her ass back to Africa several more times after this happened. And we supposed to believe this.
Same person, different body. Exactly. So I was like, this is our last option. I'm going to call my grandfather, who's a marriage counselor. And, my grandfather's like, you don't do that. You don't do that to your wife. You don't leave your wife in no house with no food. She thinking that you went off to go get groceries and stuff, and you never came back. You don't do that. You don't do stuff like that. You don't leave the house all night long.
How did he never come back? What do you mean he never came back? Never came back means ever.
And your wife don't know where you at, don't know nothing. In a whole nother country by yourself. Like, oh my God. Oh my God, there's no way. You guys imagine being in a foreign country with your husband, cleaving to your husband, and he keeps leaving the house all night long. Imagine you just got back to Nigeria. You ain't even been home for 24 hours. You ask your husband something, and you're home. This is not just your home, sweetie. This is our home. Something don't look right. I'm asking you, something don't look right. Something don't seem right. And you leave the house, you punish me because I'm asking you that something don't look right, and you leave the house all night. And I just got there. I just got off a 19-hour flight, and I'm asking you something, and you leave the house.
Man, something don't look right with you, bitch. You been gone 3-4 months. I ain't telling you something don't look right with your pussy. So you ain't been there. You just touching down and you causing motherfucking problems. And you wonder why that nigga left the house because he didn't want to argue with you, bitch. That's what you just described. You get off a 19-hour flight, been gone 2 months, and you arguing. He ain't even had a chance to stick his dick in your mouth and you arguing. Yeah, he left.
All night because you mad because I asked you? After I just traveled 19 hours to be with my husband and you leave?
Yeah, you did that because you was you did that because you and your mama got to argue and he accepted you back.
Me in the house all night long by myself, and I just traveled here for 19 hours. But you want to get on there and say that you didn't know, you're just blindsided. You had no idea that you were getting a divorce. Like, how much is a person supposed to take in their marriage?
So why you mad about his shirt being off in his videos? You been said you wasn't going back. Why you mad?
Like, how how much is somebody supposed to take?
Oh hell yeah! I forgot about that chopped sardine sandwich. That motherfucker was so that job was so nasty. But she talked about she was a good wife and cook. Man, that shit was terrible. He ain't want to eat that shit on camera. Who like, what the fuck is this? You didn't have no pepe.
Forgiving you for this. We forgiving each other for that. Da 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 da. Finding this out. Finding that out. Da 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 da.
You said we forgiving each other, not you forgiving him. You said we forgiving each other. So that means you were doing some shit too.
Marriage. Like, how much is somebody supposed to take? Forgiving you for this. We forgiving each other for that. Da 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 da. Finding this out. Finding that out. Da 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 da.
Finding what out? What are you finding out? Did the nigga cheat?
Crazy. Like, you out here moving wrong, reckless and crazy, and you want to sit up here and act like that.
We have no specifics on anything. He reckless. He do drugs and drink. Well, yeah, she just said he reckless. Then he financially irresponsible, or he blowing all the money. But we don't know any specifics about any of these things. Just piling on a whole bunch of nothing. The only specifics we got is he stayed gone with his friends a lot, and he left her in the house hungry one day because there wasn't no food in the house. Why wasn't it any food in the house, Q? We was doing all this and that. Why was there not any food? And you said, I ain't gonna never tell you everything. I ain't gonna show you everything. So you should at least had enough money to feed yourself if the nigga was gone all day and you were hungry with no food in the house. I'm just saying.
That's wow. You did the right thing. I definitely did the right thing. I'm not sticking around for that. You crazy. You got me crazy. You got me messed up. I don't care. I don't care. I can't keep a man good. I can't keep a man. And I can't keep disrespect either. I can't keep a man.
Ooh, that chat on her ass. She triggered.
And I can't keep disrespect. And I'm not going to let nobody do whatever they want to do to me and think I'm just going to be like so dumb and just let you do whatever you want to me. My self-esteem ain't that low. I ain't that thrown off. I ain't that desperate. You're not doing whatever you want to do to me, whether you're married, whether we're boyfriend, whether we're girlfriend, whether we're married, whether what. You're not doing whatever you want to do to me. And I don't give a F who you are. And I don't give a F what your position is. And I don't give a F what you do in your...
But apparently they're able to do it for years, motherfucker. So you can't say what they won't do. You don't stop the shit months in. You put in years with these motherfuckers.
Marriage and what you settle for and what you tolerate. I'm not dealing with it. I'm not. Because that stuff don't fly with me, honey. Letting your husband do God knows what to you, have a baby on you, cheat on you, knock you upside your head, talk to you crazy, this, that, and the third, and keep believing that God is going to change it, keep praying and turning your plate down and fasting and praying and this and that. And can God restore your marriage and do all that stuff? Yes. But for me personally, I'm not doing it.
But just the marriage you said God ordained and sent you to. So you really being hard-headed on what God asked you to do. Because you said you decided you know better than God and you not doing it. Yet you gave God the credit for your marriage. And how you and your husband were locked in step because y'all were spiritual warriors and y'all's marriage was based on Christ. Yet you said, fuck what Jesus talking about. I'm making my own decision. But you believe in God, though. That's crazy. It'd be funny, the shit that y'all say.
Let's not forget the
I'm not
fact
doing
that...
it. You're not doing whatever.
Right. Let's not forget the fact that this woman has been married for 2 years, and she has probably spent a year, if that, actually in the presence of her husband. Come on now, we just gotta think about it. She talking like, yeah, right. She talking like, and I'm sorry y'all hear the grandbabies in the background, I apologize. But she talking like, you know what I'm saying? She's speaking as if she was in a normal marital situation, right? This woman has been married for 2 years and not even spent a year with her husband physically. And she want to sit up here and make people feel sorry for her because this and that and the third going on. You can't work on shit if you ain't together. Now, listen, I'm going to say this. I don't know the situation as far as her having to leave because, see, you keep pointing out that she claimed she had that dual citizenship, right? But we do know there was a pattern. We do know that every so many months she would leave and be gone so many months and then go back. They wasn't really married. They were not in a marriage, Trey. What Equal Q and Goodwill had was not a marriage. That was an arrangement. That wasn't a marriage. I'm sorry. I just can't. This woman was married for 2 years, wasn't even with her husband for 90% of the damn time. And she want to come out here and speak as if they've been married 5, 10 years and she did all she could. She was the best wife she could be. And he just, cause see, if you notice, she ain't do nothing wrong. She did everything right. He did everything wrong. But that's how it always is with her. Go ahead. I'm listening.
What I give, you know what I'm saying? And everything that I've done, and nobody's keeping score. But I'm just saying as a
Oh, Q. Here's something. Maybe you should think about this. You said he was always gone and shit with his friends. Maybe that was his get back for you leaving constantly. While lying and telling motherfuckers you had dual citizenship. Because if you had dual citizenship, that means you were personally making a choice to leave. Now, I had gave you the out by saying your visa expired, and you told me I ain't know what the fuck I was talking about. So you were choosing to leave every 3 months. And so maybe that was his get back when you was there. You're like, bitch, I'm gonna ignore you because you keep leaving me and you ain't got to. Because you got dual citizenship. Either way it go, you look like a horrible wife, ma'am. Either you were choosing to go or you just is a motherfucking liar. But if you was choosing to go, that's fucked up. You don't give a fuck. You keep leaving me. So when you hear, I'm gonna leave your ass. Fuck it. We can both be dicks.
wife, what I've done as a wife and my duty. Just because you're a wife don't mean that you're supposed to just lay down and let somebody just pull their pants down and poop on you because you're their wife. Are you crazy?
Wait, the Goodwill used to want to shit on you? Wait a minute. He was into scatting?
Doing whatever you want to do to me. Especially all that I give, you know what I'm saying? And everything that I've done, and nobody's keeping score. But I'm just saying as a wife, what I've done.
It sounded like she said Goodwill used to want to shit on her.
Trey, stop it.
It sounded like she said Goodwill used to want to shit on her. It did. She said, I'm not the type of girl that you can lay down and shit on. Pull your pants down and shit on me. And then she started laughing.
That's a figure. Okay, hush, Trey.
That's what I thought she said. I could be wrong. Oh, he got Goodwill on this thing.
As a wife and my duty. Just because you're a wife don't mean that you're supposed to just lay down and let somebody just pull their pants down and poop on you because you're their wife. Are you crazy? Baby, I would be everything in the book, honey. You're not doing whatever you want to do. And that's the problem. See, that's why he's mad, because you can't do whatever you want to do to me and think that I'm just.
But he did, though. But he did. You was the one out here lying, talking about he was coming to the States and y'all got the visa hooked up and Jesus got it all covered and y'all know senators and shit.
And that's the thing, Trey. She is not going to explain her lies. She's not going to explain the lies that she told. She's not going to talk about that. Because, see, Goodwill ain't come out here and tell the lies. She did.
Nope.
And she's not going to explain those lies.
Asked you to.
That's right.
You came out here trying to stunt, trying to be more than what you are, trying to be the goddamn star. Everything you saying this nigga did, that's you. I'm pretty sure when you was back in the States, you was out with your friends every night drinking and smoking. Hey, when you got back, you and your auntie was out here
Posting
drinking
on
and smoking.
Instagram. Posting on Instagram. Come on now. Q full of shit. You full of shit.
Stay. Maybe that's what they do over there, or what other somebody. Maybe you thought that you had somebody that just want to stay and you can do whatever you want to do. I'm not that girl. Yes, I did yes, I did something stupid. Yes, I did bump my heads a couple times. Yes, I did fall for the same thing a couple times. But baby, honey, did I get up out of there? Can I get the credit for getting up out of there? I might have made a bad decision, but I got up out of there.
Can I get credit for getting up out of there? You don't need credit, bitch. Credit from who? Who do you need validation from because you left something you shouldn't have been in the first place?
I have a question.
I may have an answer.
Now, how many times did she leave before this? Like twice, right? Where she left for a period of time?
No, she always, but throughout the marriage, she always left when her visa was expiring.
Yeah, but did the situation change? She went back, right? Did he get a job? Did he?
That's what I've been saying.
Did the situation change?
This is what I've been saying.
Was he not broke? You went back twice. You left this time for good.
The truth. No, she went back about 5 times. But the truth, the woman said that it was no food in the house. She was hungry. She said, baby, I'm hungry. He said, okay, I love my wife. I'm going to go to the market for my wife. And she said he didn't come back till the next day. Now, she didn't say if he had the food or not when he came back the next day. I think that's a big part of the story. Because if the nigga didn't come back with food, it's like, where the fuck was you at and where the food? But if he came back with the food, then you got to give him, can he get credit for at least coming back with the food? Since you want to get credit for getting up out of there.
She said he would go out and wouldn't come back to the next day. What man do you know hangs out all fucking night with his boys? There gotta be some women mixed in there, because if you don't,
unless he in the trap, he worked the night shift at the crack he worked the night shift at the African crack house.
I'm just saying that you know what? I've been out all night, but I'd be damned if it's gonna be a sausage party all goddamn night. I'm not hanging out just to look at a bunch of dudes all fucking night.
I'm with my boys. It ain't that much playing the game. No. Yeah, it ain't that much playing PlayStation 5 in the world. As grown ass men, now as teenagers and shit, 19 to 21, but hey, Goodwill 30, 40, ain't nobody being with they niggas that much. Hell no. You don't even have the urge to be around no men like that as you get old. I don't want to be around you niggas.
Not for those 16 hours. I ain't hanging out with dudes for 16 hours. Somewhere, well, again, did he sleep somewhere else? Did he, what's going on there? Ladies, tell me. So you just gonna let a man walk in the house at 8 a.m. the next day?
Hold on.
You ain't gonna have nothing to say?
Hold on.
And she got she got the right to leave the country, the truth.
Hold on. Where you come from? Where you come from?
Been right here the whole time.
I wasn't looking at the screen.
If you wouldn't stop dipping in and out and do whatever you doing over there, you'd know.
Wait a minute, hold on, brother. Hold on. What we not gonna do is try to throw shade at truth. That's what we not gonna do. I said, where you been, sir? Where you come from?
I'm still working, but I had to stop in and drop in. I'm putting something together for my picture.
I'm sure.
Down there. I'm putting something together for my picture down there. If you notice my picture,
I see your picture. You always up to some damn shit. Always. All right, Trey. I'm sorry. I had to confront him.
But I'm just saying. Okay. Your man stays out all motherfucking night, comes back at 8 a.m. and according to Infamous there, looking confused and shit. You ain't gonna say nothing?
Did you? Let me tell you something. Married or not, that's just something that a woman, for real, ain't finna put up with. Well, I ain't gonna say that because there's a lot of women that do. Let's just. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna be so honest with you. I've been in situations, even in being married, to where my man was out all night. But baby, let me tell you something. If you ain't walking back in that house with some dollar bills, and not even dollar bills, fuck that. I'm gonna need some real money. If when you was out all night and your ass just walking in drunk and high and smelling like old chicken, I ain't finna put up with that. But see, the thing about it is the truth. I don't think Q was telling the truth. I think she's lying.
I think so too because
I think she's lying. Yeah.
well, I know when he first got that money, he was taking his boys out, showing them a good time. I know he was. Because he ain't used to money. So of course he gonna be like, it's on me, guys. It's on me, guys. But how much could it really cost?
But how much money was she like? Look, it's the Fibrissima channel. They wasn't getting no 100,000 of fucking views. How much money was they making on this goddamn channel for him to be able to buy the bar for his homies? I mean, she is acting like she was giving this nigga 10 bands every 21st. And they was breaking it. She acting like they were making 20,000 and she was giving him 10.
Listen, let me tell you something. If your man, husband, or whatever, the man you living with is staying out all night, and that man ain't out making money, and he's staying out all night, and you say with his homeboys, listen, either you gotta think one or two things. First of all, either he with a woman and he lying to you saying he with his homeboys and his homeboys covering for him, or he with a woman. Ain't no man staying out all night drinking and smoking with no other men unless they booty bandits. This man, if he was staying out all night, he was with a woman.
That's what I'm saying. But we did see the bar.
But she ain't saying he cheating though.
Yeah, exactly.
But she ain't saying he cheating.
You know why she ain't saying he cheating? Let me tell you why. Because eat with Q is ego. She got an ego. Yeah. Not only do she have an ego, she's a narcissist. Right? So look, she not gonna say that he was out cheating. She not gonna say that maybe he had another wife. She not gonna say that he had a side piece / baby mom. She not gonna say none of that. Cause see, on her brain, that make her look like she less of a woman. Anybody with common sense know that man is not staying out all night smoking and drinking with no men unless he gay. Unless he fucking them men. You ain't staying all night all night if you ain't making money. Cause see, it don't take all night to smoke and drink. Come on now. If you ain't out all night making money, you fucking. Period.
Now we did see the bar that he hangs out in. Because he made a bunch of videos from that one bar. Remember that one bar we kept saying, why is that woman always in these videos? And you saw they be in there smoking cigars and shit and hanging out with big dookie hats on and all kinds, looking like broke pimps. So I could pretty much figure he's in there buying drinks and cigars for them dudes. But how much could that really cost in Nigeria? Really? It's that expensive where he'd have wasted all your money?
Q line and all other shit. Q just full of shit.
Saying he wasted his money. She's saying he wasted his money, not hers.
Well, that's their money. It's their money. They're married. It's their money, not just his money. So they were dividing the check for that channel.
That's what she trying to make it seem like.
Well, then
she's saying she's the one that introduced him to the money by doing the channel.
Well, what I'm saying is
but then she had her own channel as well that she was doing content on. So she's talking about the money from the Fibrissima channel he was blowing, but he wasn't blowing your money.
Yeah, you still should have money, but you want to know something? She had money to run all the time, didn't she? Them tickets ain't cheap. Them tickets ain't cheap.
And the money from the Fibrissima channel came through you. So if you felt like he was financially irresponsible, motherfucker, you could have gave him what you wanted and made sure bills and food and everything else was taken care of, and gave him what the fuck was left.
That brings up the subject of why
you had control of the account.
Yeah, why ain't there any food in your house? You said he blew all the money before you could buy the food, but where's your money? You just gave him all the money, or he just took?
She got the check first.
That's what I'm saying.
The check came to her. She had to get the money and get it to him. You just said he ain't got no bank account. You just trying to shit on this nigga.
Yeah, exactly. The I'm starving ain't working because it ain't look like she was wasted away at all over there in Nigeria. You see what I'm saying? So why is there no food in your house? You had money. Didn't you make 20 grand a month? Isn't that what attracted him to you? And and that's another thing. I'm telling you, that dude that brought her over there, he knew how much money she made. And that's why he hooked all this up.
She got paid because they got paid 3 times. Like when she was over there, it would be within her time. It would be she would get 3. But a lot of times she would. This is what I'm saying. It's not like that Fibrissima channel was pumping out regular content. It just was not. There wasn't that many damn videos on their channel. It was 2 lives, and it wasn't. It probably wasn't even 100 uploads in 2 years, and that's 100 uploads ain't shit in 2 years. So they wasn't making no money off the channel like that for her to be saying all the shit that she was giving. When she would leave and go to the States and shit, wasn't no goddamn Fibrissima content. That was Equal Q content.
There's a lot of stuff that just don't add up. I mean, honestly, she's making a fool out of herself by coming out and saying, I knew he was broke when I met him. Well, that's on you. That's on you. If you knew he was broke and you still married him, that's on you. Don't blame that man for nothing.
It's the same situation. It's the same thing she came out here and said about Play. She said the same exact motherfucking things to let us know that she knew that man did not have it like that. But you got with him. You was with him. You put this whole facade on for social media. You did that. I don't know why. And then you turn right back around and you did it again, but you amped it up because you're weird like that. You amped it up and you actually married the nigga. And you went to another country to do it. You amped it up. You did the same exact thing. The same gripes that the same gripes that she has when it comes to Goodwill, it's the same gripe she had about Play. Think about it. And then motherfucker won't come out here and say, oh, I think she changed this time. Bullshit. Because the speech she put on yesterday, listen, it's the same speech she put on 2 years ago when this shit happened with Play. Q is a sick bitch, and she ain't gonna be right till she get real help instead of this fake ass help that she claimed to be getting. She full of shit.
This is
what's wrong with that girl. She got daddy issues. They need to talk about that. Hell, she got mommy issues. The man came out here and said that her relationship with her mama is shit. She just listen. And I'm not going to even say the girl is a bad person for who she is, but she is who she is and she needs help. But the bad thing about it is she won't get real help and she come out here and make it seem as if the way she is okay. If you listen to her speak, she don't take ownership for shit. Even with me in the marriage that I was in, when a motherfucker was beating on me, cheating on me, I can still take responsibility for my part. You're not a grown adult if you can't take responsibility. You was the perfect wife, but yet your husband was such shit that he didn't even want to be at home with you, bitch. Why didn't he want to be at the house with you, bitch? You whining ass. I can only imagine. I'm just saying, take your own your shit.
Fresh off a 19-hour flight, bitch. Something don't look right. Something don't look right. Man, what the
Come
fuck is wrong
on.
with you, man? Give me some pussy.
Q gives me, let me tell you what Q gives me. Cause see, Play put it out here. Play put it out here. He says she goes through depression. He says she goes through moments where you gotta make her feel like she your everything, only thing, and do whatever. And no matter what you do, it ain't happen. Because the bitch needs help. Okay? So just imagine coming home to that whiny voice, the complaining, the crying and the whining, the I need you to make me feel like somebody when you don't feel like somebody on your own. That shit is exhausting. Hell, I stay drunk dealing with somebody like her, but yet you won't get help for the issues that you have that existed before this man came into your life. You had issues when you met this man. Come on now.
That is what she's attracted to. That's what she's attracted to. You don't just do that twice in less than 5 years if you're not attracted to that. You're attracted to the man that is beneath you, that you think you could build him up and then throw it in his face after you build him up. Because that's what she does. She throws it in your face. I gave you everything. You had nothing before me. So that tells me that's what you're attracted to. That's what finds you. But here's another thing. Do you think she was the one paying for them flights back to the States or to Barbados?
Hell yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Or was there a sugar daddy?
Yeah. She's trying to
Listen
say
to
he.
you. Q is the type. Listen, I know women like Q in real life, right? So Q is the type of broad that she feel. Listen, she build people up to make herself feel better about herself, and she's also the type of broad that will build you up, right, to make herself feel like somebody. But then she will tear you down with that same notion. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to build, you want to be Bob the Builder, and she does it for accolades as well. Cause see, let me tell you something. When she do something for you, she feel like you owe her your blood, sweat, and tears. She feel like you owe her. She don't do shit from the heart. She don't do shit cause she care. She don't do shit cause she love you. She do shit to be able to throw that shit back up in your face. Pay attention to the patterns. She do it with her own motherfucking family. She give to her family just to gain accolades and be able to throw it back out there. That's the type of female she is. She the type of female that I tell no, I can be destitute in the street with nothing to eat. But I wouldn't take nothing from that bitch for nothing in the world. Cause get what? You ain't gonna never be able to live it down. She gonna always throw it in your face.
How,
Come on now.
how is Chelsea supposed to feel hearing her say the She's Healing podcast was on my back? So you saying nobody was helping you do shit? How your sister supposed to feel? So you telling the world she didn't help? She like Goodwill. She wasn't editing no videos or nothing. Wow.
According to her, she was editing all
but
day
you weren't with
long.
your husband doing the She's Healing podcast.
But according to her, she was in the
And
studio
shit,
just
your
editing.
sister had no idea you was leaving. She was shocked when your ass abruptly left, motherfucker.
Shout
She
out to
like,
her, I think,
hey, you
Exposè.
ain't been here long enough.
Trey, let me tell you something. And shout out, I think it was Ask Questions I read that put that in the chat. The girl manipulated children. She's a manipulator with things. She manipulate people with things. Think about when we used to listen when we listened to her on that particular podcast she was doing with Chelsea. And she was bribing the babies with motherfucking McDonald's. The bitch was bribing toddlers with chicken nuggets and shit. Me myself, I tell my grandbaby, sit your ass down and be quiet. I ain't finna say if you do, I'm gonna buy you a damn Happy Meal. No, I'm not doing that. You gonna listen to me, you gonna do what I say. Shout out to Ask Questions. The girl is she. This is how she rule people with things, manipulation, money. You know what I'm saying? That's her mindset. The bitch been broke all her life. As soon as she acquired money, she feel like that's how she can gain control. Come on now.
I think she got a sugar daddy somewhere.
She probably do. Amina had once said there was an old nigga house in Barbados who dick she was sucking.
See, that's what I'm saying. She just all of a sudden she just pops up and leaves. I think she's got somebody that sponsors her to leave. And he's thinking, well, I'm paying for her to leave. She'll come back over here, and be thankful to me. That's how sugar daddies work. When you fighting with your man, sugar daddy right there with the money. Yeah, baby, I'll get you a new apartment. Oh yeah. He took your car.
She ain't been back to Barbados since. Ain't going back.
No, because she went back to Nigeria.
Airbnb.
Yeah, she went back to Nigeria. That dude was like, "Look, I paid too much for you to act like this." I'm just saying, and I know. Don't start yelling about assumptions.
Honey, it ain't gonna be no 10 years.
I know. We assume everything on this situation. Hit the cash out. Hit the PayPal.
You got me effed
hit the
up.
Super Chat.
All right, you
join
got me
the
effed
membership.
up.
Buy an album.
I bumped my head a couple times. Yes, I did. I bumped my head. I made a bad decision, but baby, I ain't stay. I didn't stay, baby.
I didn't stay, baby.
I work with a Nigerian man. He stay lying. That's why you got to be careful. I told you guys in the beginning.
No, motherfucker. They told you all the guys in the beginning told you to be careful. You said you knew what the fuck you was doing. He was different. He wasn't no scammer.
Did she tell them to come to Nigeria and find you a husband too?
Yes. Come get you one, is what she said.
Always married. Just always assume that they're married. Are some of them not married? No.
Just always assume that they married. Why would you say that if you only had one experience with one Nigerian man, that you should assume they all married? Where is Flexi? Flexi been talking about that baby mama since she seen the pickup truck when they got married on the dirt road. And it sounds like it may be some truth to that one. Just always assume they married. So that's where the fuck he was at night, motherfucker.
Told you guys in the beginning. They're always married. Just always assume that they're married. Are some of them not?
I'm just gonna keep playing it until truth come off mute and say something.
I work with a Nigerian man. He stay lying. That's why you gotta be careful. I told you guys in the beginning.
You mean I missed
they're always
that.
married. Just always assume that they're married. Are some of them not married? No. And
Okay,
Trey.
Told you guys in the beginning. They're always married. Just always assume that they're married. Are some?
She said she told you guys in the beginning. Always assume they're married. They're always married.
What?
She's saying that
I'm playing back truth.
Yeah, if you meet a man in Nigeria, assume he is married.
No, bitch, you should have assumed he was married.
She said.
No, she. I ain't looking for no motherfucker in Nigeria. She should have assumed Good Willie was married. I told y'all the man wasn't staying out all night. The man was. Listen, go ahead, Trey. Go ahead.
I work with a Nigerian man. He stay lying. That's why you gotta be careful. I told you guys in the beginning. They're always married.
They
just
always
married. That they're married.
They always
Are some of them
married.
not married? No. And no, he was not married. That was real. He was not married. I never had to deal with no other.
So why the fuck would you say that then? If the Nigerian that you had is your 100% experience and he ain't married, why the fuck would you tell everybody else to assume that they married? And that's not your experience.
That hoe is
twisted. Speaking on ignorant.
Because she's not. I'm telling you, Trey. She's not gonna come out here. She's not gonna say he's cheating. She's not gonna say he was married. She's not gonna say that because that makes her look bad. That makes her look bad. That crazy bitch. She's not gonna admit it. She's not gonna do it.
or he was married or none of that. It was never none of that. You understand? Hey, mom, my mom is in here. Hey, girl. Girl, I saw his
Her
video.
mama. Let
Girl,
me tell you
I
about
saw a
her and
man's
her
video,
mama
child.
too. Trey. Let me tell you about the mama showing up in the chat. Let me tell you about Popeye. See, what had happened was Good Willie came out here and put they treacherous ass, non-existent ass, codependent ass relationship on blast. So what they doing is doing part 2 of the show, right? So Good Willie came out here and confirmed what we always said, that she had a fucked up relationship with her mama. Hell, we knew that when she came back this time, it was staying with Granny and TT and them, right? So we already been calling it out that she had issues with mom. But see, this is the thing. This girl stay having issues with her mama and her sister. She would cut her mama and her sister off like you cut a motherfucking steak. The bitch don't care. The bitch came on YouTube, and told the world and Chelsea to her face, when you apologized to B Love's life, when you did what you did, I hated you. I hated you so much that I didn't want to see you or your baby anymore. This is what this bitch did. This is what this bitch did. She told that girl to her face, not off camera, not in private, but publicly. What she in her mind thinks the girl turned her back on her, but the girl did the right thing. She told her, I hated you. Do you know to tell a family member that you hate them what the fuck that looks like? And she did that shit on YouTube. And it wasn't a live. It was a video with a hoe could have not put it out, Trey. This girl ain't never been good with her mama. And Q, I'ma do you one better, bitch. I'ma do you one better, hoe. Since you won't go pay a therapist, I'm gonna give you some free shit. This is Truth Hurts telling you. The reason why you got issues with your mama, hoe, because you sat up here and you said it in so many words. Because your asses was broke, bitch. You was raised in the projects, in the hood. Your bitches were hungry. You were going to school looking like Raggedy Ann. You harbor feelings towards your mama, bitch, that go back way back when you thought you was the shit and you was going to school looking like shit, bitch. You said we had to go to a different school every year because my mama over there looking like Popeye couldn't keep the rent up. The bitch was getting evicted. We had to move. I was never in a school long enough to make friends. Listen to what she says, people. She harbor feelings towards her broke ass mama, and still to this day, she's still giving mama money. That's why she still got issues with mama, cause she, instead of mama taking care of her when she was growing up, but they was on the welfare and the yamps and shit of that nature. You feel me? Now, bitch, you ain't even do what you was supposed to do when I was growing up. Now I'm taking care of you. Yeah, I don't like you. Yeah, I will cut you off. But here now today, they want to come out here and put on the act because Goodwill put their asses on Front Street and act like they all goody goody. Bitch, y'all ain't gonna never be goody goody. Y'all ain't gonna never be goody goody. Not long as you having to still get Popeye money to buy spinach, bitch. I'm on mute.
Shit. She called her mom and told her to come in the live. The fuck? Your ass had been live an hour and 21 minutes before she came in.
Honey, and my mom was sad too, because my mom really did. My mom loved Godwin.
Your mama didn't know him. What the fuck? What, she met him on FaceTime?
She did. But when I was in Nigeria calling her crying, she was upset. She was upset.
Ma'am, you left her house going to him because y'all relationship was so fucked up. So we don't believe that you was calling her crying. Don't believe it at all.
She was disappointed. Girl, he made a video. Child, you ain't see it. Girl, he made a video.
And then she keep calling her mama girl and child.
Girl, he said that we didn't have no relationship because of him, that we got a relationship. He wanted family.
She don't respect her mama. She calls her that because that's how she sees her, because she's taking care of her pretty much, basically. You know what I'm saying? That's how she sees her. She don't respect. I wish I would call my mama girl or child. I wish I would.
together, and he brought my YouTube channel back together, girl. He said all kinds of stuff, child. You would have thought that
That man did not say he brought your YouTube channel back together.
would have thought that I said all type of crazy stuff to the man. All I said was, we ain't married.
Your stalker's in the chat.
You said I'm who?
Your stalker in the chat.
No,
I don't see him. He might have me blocked. You see him?
Somebody. I see him on StreamYards.
I don't see him in the chat though.
I don't have the chat pulled up anyway. I don't see him. I don't see him at all in the chat. Yeah. Well, I'm saying I may be able to see him, but I don't have it pulled up. I'm not looking at it. I just saw it pop up on StreamYards now when it's been up. They won't ever hit the link though. They won't ever hit the link.
We're done, and I can't deal with the gaslighting and I'm doing so much. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing all that I'm doing. Girl, you got to go see it, girl. He done said all type of stuff. Said that we ain't have no relationship, and because of him, and we family again, and I'm stupid, and he's disappointed in my stupid ass, and all type.
Where them lies at? Where them lies at though? He ain't lie. Where the lies at, Q?
What's up? But it is what it is, y'all. How did I escape without him knowing? I didn't escape. I pretty much told him. He kept doing the same things over and over again that I said I don't like. And I'm like, babe, I don't like this. Like, it's not good. Like, it's messing with me mentally. I don't like it. He's mad that I'm not paying. He's mad that the last time I talked to him was months and months ago. Like, I think the last time I talked to him might have been January. I talked to him on the phone, and he kept saying that I need to pay that rent. And I was like, I'm not paying. First of all, I'm not even rocking with you like that for real. I don't even know why I'm even on the.
Well, apparently he paid the rent, and as Maya said earlier, that nigga be in the kitchen cooking. So apparently he ain't that financially irresponsible in that motherfucker. He be coming on eating fruit and shit. So he doing something right for you to say he ain't done this and that. He's managed to keep that place without you paying it. I'm just saying. Something looks different looking ass. And you been gone 7 months. Of course it looked different. The fuck?
Phone with you, but you keep blowing my phone up. So what do you want? Oh, I'm going to be the best husband. I want to provide for you. I'm finally in a position that I can provide for you. And in that same moment, I was like, okay, cool. Congratulations on your YouTube channel, whatever. At this point, I'm not.
The Fibrissima channel was already down. If you was breaking bread with him for what was going on the Fibrissima channel, he was already in a position to provide for you. The fuck?
With you like that, but I'm entertaining you and I'm talking to you, and there's a possibility, because you're still my husband, there is a possibility that we can come back together and things could get right again. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we just need to take some time apart and figure some things out. That's the energy that I had. But then when I started telling him, okay, I'm in school now, he did not congratulate me about being in school. Like, any positive thing that I'm doing for myself, never said.
Why would he say congratulations and you his fucking wife and you in the United States talking about you in school and you not going back to Africa no time soon? I wouldn't congratulate you either. So I need to say congratulations for you being gone from me even longer, where we're in a spot where we supposed to be trying to fix it. If you saying I couldn't provide and I ain't show no initiative, well, I'm in position, as he said, to provide. And you talking about you in school. But then you also said you was in school in Africa taking up culinary classes and shit, so who knows?
And nothing. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. Nothing. But you want me to congratulate you on your channel and what you got going on, and you want me to hee hee ha ha, whatever you got going on. You want me to
Candy, ask questions. This video, she got 605,000 subscribers. She got 47,000 views. His video addressing her divorce and cooking got more views than her live currently. Now it's still early, but still. This is not viral at all.
hee and ha about the channel that you wasn't hee and ha about that was already monetized and and I needed your help. But okay, cool, congratulations on your channel.
You needed his help doing what? Eating? That what you needed his help doing? You needed him to eat? You needed him to chop up videos that you weren't doing? How can he edit some content that's not there? Remember when you were coming home talking about the Wi-Fi and stuff was fucked up over there and you was going to get back to work. So how could he edit some shit that y'all couldn't even put out because you said the Wi-Fi and shit was fucked up? But whatever.
Congratulations. And then you didn't congratulate me on nothing that I have going on, but in the same breath, you can sit up here and tell me to pay the rent and help you with pay that rent because they're calling you and blowing your phone up. And you about to
So if he would have said congratulations, you would have gave him some money.
get put out. So was you just trying to butter me up to try to get the money, or like what was you trying to do?
Well, clearly, if he didn't get the money and he didn't get put out, he didn't need the money.
You didn't congratulate me for none of the progress that I made, the things that I'm proud of myself about, but you want me to be proud of you for something that you didn't do when we was already together.
But he did. You forced him to sit down and eat with you. You forced him to do those videos. He didn't do no solo videos on the Fibrissima channel because it was a couples channel. You did a lot of solo eating videos on the Fibrissima channel. Him? Nah. He was always bringing you hot sauce or something in on some videos.
The sardine sandwich.
Man, that shit, that was so...
I think that
he
was
didn't want to eat
test.
this shit. He did.
No, he didn't. I think that was a test. Motherfucker, you gonna eat this shit.
And now you want me to...
He didn't want to help me edit that. You know what the workaround of editing is? Going live, motherfucker. That's how you don't have to edit anything. Just go live.
Believe that you can finally provide for me and take care of me and do the things that you're supposed to do as a husband. Like, come on now, make it make sense. So then he gonna say, when he said you deceived me on the phone, I deceived him because I left and I'm not paying that rent. Click, you're never gonna get to talk to me ever again. You're never talking to me ever again. And now I know that was the last thing I needed to know. My decision is final. It's over. I'm done. Because you're not gonna keep playing in my face like that. You want to sit up.
You deceived him. And he found out you deceived him when he got their first chick.
Trey.
Here and say that I deceived you. How dare you?
Q try to control people with money. That's why she give it out so willy-nilly. She feels as though when she give out money, she has some type of control over people. Let's talk about it, right? So think about it when we listen to what happened with her in play. Now don't get it twisted. Your ass shouldn't be taking care of no man, period. The rent shouldn't be on you. Buying motorcycles, phones, and shit of that nature should not be on you. But that's what you choose to do because you feel like it garners you control. So let's talk about it. The same way she left there and told that man, nah, I ain't paying no rent when she probably had been paying the rent the whole damn time. Let's just talk about it. It's the same thing she did with Play. When she left Play there, remember? When she went to Africa to be with Good Willie and she told Play, I ain't buying no food. I ain't doing this and that and the third. See, that's how she garners her control. That bitch is a true narcissist. She is. I don't give a fuck what Nabby. That hoe is a true narcissist. And she tries to or attempts to. See, that's how she get her family to keep licking her ass even though she treat them like shit. That mama and that sister. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That's how she keeps control over them. That's how she can get that weird ass Popeye to come in her chat on that fake shit, knowing they both full of shit. Because that's how she controls them with money. When she sat up in that car and said, I would give this, I would give that. Somebody call me for money, I don't ask, I don't, da, da, da. That's how she garners control, or what she think is control. This girl has treated her mama and sister like shit the whole time she been on YouTube. She put them on the shelf and she take them off whenever she needs to use them. I said before and I said again, the girl told her sister, I hated you. I hated you because you came out and told the truth. You were honest. And she used her sister. She pulled her sister into that bullshit. And she used her. But yet she hated her sister because her sister came out here and owned her shit. Just like she was sitting there manipulating them babies with Happy Meals and burgers and shit, it's the same way she do everybody in her life. She tries to garner control over people with money. That hoe is sick. And the fact of the matter is the bitch ain't even got no money. Shout out to Good Willie who told it, bitch. But whatever money she has, she gonna try to use that money to garner control. That's why she gonna keep choosing broke niggas. That's why she gonna keep choosing niggas she got to bill. That's why she gonna keep choosing niggas that need her money. Because that's what makes her feel like cute. Period. Truth hurts, bitch.
Tell me that I deceived you because I don't want to pay the rent because I left. Obviously, you're gonna have to figure it out because I'm not there anymore.
You been not there anymore though. So this happened every 3 months. When you left, he would call you for the rent. Like every time you left, he would call you for the rent. Is this what you saying?
American lady still waiting on your apology. Apology about what? What am I apologizing about? For living my life out loud and making mistakes? I'm not apologizing you for nothing.
For lying, motherfucker, and telling people they was wrong when they were trying to tell you fucking up.
I didn't do nothing to you. That's your problem. Stop taking about what? What am I apologizing? I'm not there anymore. American lady still waiting on your apology. Apology about what? What am I apologizing about? For living my life out loud and making mistakes? I'm not apologizing you for nothing because I didn't do nothing to you. That's your problem. Stop taking other people's life as personal for something that has to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. This is my life that I'm talking about. And if I bump my head 1,000 times, you're not going to be there to save me. I'm going to have to save myself, and God's going to have to get me out of it. So what apology are you talking about? Apologize to you for what? For making my own. I got to apologize to you for making my own mistakes. I got to apologize to you
for calling us all names and giving us your ass to kiss and acting like you was better than everybody. That's what you need to apologize for. For telling everybody they was wrong and pretty much telling them to kiss your ass. They just jealous because they ain't got no husband.
I'ma forever drag that bitch for taking Cam's channel. I'ma forever drag that hoe for taking Cam's channel. Cause see, she thought she was gonna have some control over her. And the fact of the matter is Cam was not even doing that type of content on her. Cam actually supported that woman. She did that shit. She did that shit to get back at me. That's how I feel. I feel like she did that shit to get back at me. And I'ma forever drag that bitch for doing that. Cause bitch, you a coward. You a fucking coward. Cause if you wanted to strike somebody, ho, you should have struck me. Strike me now, bitch. You did that shit because you're a coward and you're a bitch and you're a hoe. And you took that woman's channel because of me. And for that, I'ma forever drag your ass. Forever, bitch.
you for what? So yeah, I forgot what I was saying, you guys. And y'all ain't gonna never see me on here. Nothing. I got so much stuff going on to myself. So many people got all this stuff to say about.
She won't come on her for just straight up lying to people. That's one thing you need to apologize for. I'm sorry for lying to y'all, telling y'all this nigga was rich and a king, and all my needs and shit were fulfilled, and my feet didn't have to touch the ground, and I had servants when I'm going to the airport because my husband got it like that. Just shit that you offered the public. That's what you need to be apologizing for, lying to everybody for no fucking reason. Only to be out here saying he wasn't shit from the start. But that ain't what you came out here and told YouTube. You about for living my life out loud. You lied.
Y'all ain't never seen me on here begging nobody for nothing, ever. People be on their platform begging for cash apps all day long. You can't pull up a clip, you can't find a video of me begging nobody for cash apps and none of that. Online, begging somebody for nothing. You've never seen it.
You beg people to purchase your course. That's still
Yeah,
begging.
she did. She basically did. And bitch, you ain't got to fuck you if you trying to throw shade, hoe. Because let me tell you something. When I come out here and work, I'm always ask for mine. But this is the thing, bitch. You needed it. But see, you don't come out here and so-called allegedly beg for cash out, bitch, but you come out here and lie for money. What's the what's the see, me, I work for mine, bitch. I work for mine. I put in work, bitch. I put in hours. I put in time. I put in energy, hoe. I come out here when I ain't even in the mood or feel like coming out here, bitch, because I work. That's what I do, bitch. But you come out here and you lie. You lie, bitch. You lie. You come out here and you put out false narratives. You live a whole false ass life for money, bitch. So who's worse? Who's worse, bitch? We work for ours over here, motherfucker. We come out here and get the people what they
Hit
want.
the cash app.
You put out lies.
Hit the PayPal.
You will live a whole lot for a click in a
Super
view.
chat.
You a click in a view, hoe.
Join the membership.
You a click in a view, hoe.
Buy an album.
Bitch, can't nobody never say I beg for shit. Beg my ass, bitch. I work. You got me fucked up. Something you need to do. Cause hoe look like to me, you slacking. You been slacking. You been slacking, bitch. The fuck you mean?
Ever. You've never, ever saw me get on no line on YouTube and say, yo, please, my car just got repossessed. I need help. You guys, please, I'm homeless. I need help. You've never seen me do it. And you're never gonna see me do it. Because I don't move like that and I don't operate like that.
We ain't done that neither.
Now time, you got motherfuckers, big ass content creators. We ain't never asked for no money for no damn nothing that we had to deal with in real life. We may come out here and joke and play about some shit and say hit this fun and hit that fun, bitch. But we don't beg for a motherfucking thing. We work. And our people support us. You mad, bitch?
Truth.
You mad?
Truth.
Bitch, the same stinking fucking nasty hoe that got up on your motherfucking platform, bitch, and claimed you bought my man's casket, bitch. That's what you did, hoe. You claim you bought my man's casket, bitch, and I ain't even buy the motherfucker, hoe. I ain't buy it. You wanna know why? He bought it. He bought it. Even after he left here, bitch. And guess what I got that you ain't got, hoe? My man dead and still taking care of me, bitch. How about that? How about that? While you over there crying about a nigga who dick you was buying, bitch. That same man you got up here and say you bought his casket, bitch. Still taking care of Truth Hurts, bitch. Eat on that, hoe.
And I would just like to point out her auntie, Uncle Fucker, she had a GoFundMe up when she was getting sued by Miss Robbie. She was out here asking for the GoFundMe funds, man. What's going on? You gonna call her? Are you throwing shade at her? I'm just saying. And there's a lot of people in your chat I noticed from the mukbang tea sector that have definitely asked for funds on the back end, you know, $20 here and there for cigarettes and shit of that nature. I seen them in your chat. So I think you was throwing shade at a lot of the regular people in your chat while you was trying to act like you was living the high life. Miss $20 for a course. Miss $200 for a course.
Ever.
You didn't give that shit away for free, but you want us to give our jokes and our commentary up for free. Girl, stop it.
You're never gonna see me do it. I'm not begging nobody for no cash apps all day. Oh, y'all, please, I ain't got no food. Help me do this, help me do that.
Bitch, you just said there wasn't no food in Africa and your husband left for 24 hours. You should have been asking somebody for something, motherfucker. Did you hear this, bitch? And then this is the second time
I
she has
knew
been
her.
out the country
I
with no
knew.
food.
Mm-hmm.
She was eating cat. She was eating cat food in Barbados. Remember, she was eating the cat food.
Her and the cat both was starving. The bitch ate up all the after her food was gone. She ate all the cat food and shit. They were both hungry. That bitch, I'm triggered, Trey. I'm really triggered right now. Like I didn't even know I was until a few like for real. It really got me triggered. This hoe is pathetic. I'm gonna get you, bitch, for life. Like honestly, I can't wait till I react to this shit, bitch. You think you over there bald in that bitch? Cause you look like you almost losing all your hair, like your hair just gone, bitch. But I ain't letting it go. I don't give a fuck how many motherfuckers want to come out here and do what they think look good in the public eye and take her for your ass talking about she changed. That bitch ain't changed. That hoe ain't changed. Just like she ain't changed. Like, that hoe ain't changed. She's still the same witch. The bitch is still a witch. She's still a witch with a lying ass.
Damn, homie.
Help me. You know what I'm gonna do? If my back is against the wall, I'm gonna create another stream of income for myself and get money. I'm gonna figure it out. Cause that's the type of person I am. I'm a figure it out type of girl. And everything that I've lost, whether it be material or whether anything, I'm gonna get it right back. Because baby, if you can do it one time, you can do it again. Cause baby, that's how I am for real. If I can do it one time, if I can do it 2 times, I can do it 3 times. Baby, you know I'm the type of person I am. I'm the type of person I can lose everything. No car, no house, no job, no nothing. Give me 6 months and I'll be back like nothing ever happened. Ever. Like nothing ever happened.
That's like,
999 from
bitch,
Broken Melody. I would never date
if
another
she that
non-US
type
citizen
bitch that's
again.
gonna do it again, why the fuck all she got to show for anything is a regular ass car that stay in the shop? Where is her home? Where is anything to show for all the
In
money she's made
Barbados.
over the years? Where is anything to show other
The
than
home
that
is in
regular ass
Barbados.
car that's been paid for? She don't have a note, or maybe the bitch do have a note. I don't know. She could have went to the payday loan people. Cause this is the thing. What does she have to show of all these years making money? The bitch ain't got a home. Bitch, that's the first thing you buy. I told you Papa ain't teach you shit. Cause that hoe stayed homeless. According to you, y'all stay moving from here to there and everywhere. So what in the fuck do you have to show for all the money you done made, bitch? Not a damn thing. Did your mama not teach you that the first thing you invest in is a home, bitch? Huh? Where is your home? All you got is a regular ass
In
car that stay in the shop.
Barbados. True.
So
The
get the
home is
fuck
in
out of here,
Barbados,
bitch.
ma'am. We
You
sent
always
it.
come at these businesses you got and this and that. How come you
Two
don't promote
gardens.
your businesses? How come you don't promote these other businesses you got, Q? And why the fuck you don't have a domicile? Why the fuck are you living over there with Granny in the nets, bitch? Let's talk about it, hoe. Let's talk about it, you lying ass bitch. Bitch, you went to Africa. Well, my brother went and bought land, bitch. My brother went to Africa and bought land, hoe. Built a house from the ground, bitch. A whole estate from the ground, bitch. Where is your investment, honey? Where are your investments? You talk about these businesses. Where they at? Where they at? Girl, get the fuck out of here.
They don't even like Americans for real and look at us like they look at us like money and opportunity. And when they think they have us, they treat us like crap. Baby, let me read that. Let me read that again. I gotta read that for the people in the back because they didn't hear it. And then I'm gonna break it down and dissect it a little bit more and my opinion on it. All right, so I will never date a non-US citizen again. I'm not dating nobody again at this point. That's just how I feel about it. All right. Whether they're non-American, whether they're American, because honey, listen. But I definitely do agree with you on the U.S. citizen, the non-U.S. citizen part, because there are extreme cultural differences, and he operates in a way, and you operate in a way. What he thinks is disrespect may not be disrespectful to you. What you think is disrespect, he might not think is disrespectful. He might not have thought it was disrespectful, leaving the house, hanging out with his friends all night, and his wife is home cooking. And
Motherfucker, you may not have thought it was disrespectful to get your black ass up and travel back home. Now, again, I gave her the excuse of saying your visa expired and you had to get the fuck up out of there. But you said, no, Trey, nigga, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. I'm a dual citizen, bitch. I can live in both countries. So in his mind, it was disrespectful that you got your ass up and left every 3 months when you didn't have to. He can't hang out with his boys, but you can leave the goddamn country. We don't know what the fuck she was cooking. Them little bit ass meals, sardine sandwiches and shit. Again, he had to fly a bitch in to teach her how to make his favorite soup that she still didn't learn how to make. The fact like she was making 5-course meals every day and shit. Most of the time we saw y'all eating, it was some shit you bought.
And I thought that was disrespectful. But to me, it's disrespectful on all levels, on all wherever you want to look at it. It is disrespectful. They don't even like Americans for real.
You was in a whole nother country with your titties out, ma'am. Twice.
I can't agree with that. They don't even like Americans for real. They look at us like money and opportunity. I don't think I necessarily agree with the part where they don't even like Americans for real. I would say, because I've had an amazing experience. When I was in Nigeria, I had an amazing experience. I have never had no issue with his siblings, his sister. They love me still to this day. I have nothing but the utmost respect for every person in his family, everybody. It's never no nothing. It's nothing. It's none of that. You can try to convince yourself that if that makes you feel good, whatever.
So basically, and I don't know. So basically, I don't know what's gonna happen.
In all cases.
Hold on, Trey. So basically, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I do know that when it comes to the African culture, they stand with their own. But I'm gonna just say this: so you think you gonna come out here and lay these women's brother out, right? And I'm gonna see what's gonna happen. I'm honestly gonna watch and see. But you think basically you can come out here and you can run this man through the ground. You can talk about him and this and that and the third, and his sister's gonna still love you, so you say or have your back. Let's see how that play out. Now we do know that today people don't take family as as I do, cause you ain't finna come out and drag my brother and I have anything to do with you. You goat mouth bitch, not a motherfucking thing. But so she's saying that she done came out here and talked about this man the way she done talked about him, and his sister still gonna have her back. She still gonna be good with them sisters. Let's just see how that play out. Let's see how that play out. Crazy as hell.
I mean, because there are people, you guys, that have had a happy ending. There are people who have done this and experienced this, and they got a really good guy, but they treat us like crap. And I do agree with you on the part where when they got you, they're gonna do the love bombing and I love you and it is and that. And as soon as they got you, they treat you like S. I 100% agree with that. I've seen that countless times over and over again. I've seen that with Nigerian women. I've seen that with Nigerian.
How did you see it and you weren't there like that? You didn't meet anybody to see this or watch this happen. The fuck you watching? 90 Day Fiance?
With American women, and I've seen it with myself.
With yourself?
When I say that the man treated me like S, it depends on what you think being treated like S is. I think he was very disrespectful as a husband. You're not doing what you're supposed to do as a husband. If your wife is coming to you, like the emotional, what I need you to understand is like the emotional intelligence was not there. The emotional intelligence was not there. Can't take accountability for anything.
That ain't what you said though. That is not what you were portraying in these videos with him.
Like a victim all the time. No one can tell you anything. And when somebody does tell you something, whether they're saying it to you in a nice tone, whether they're saying it to you in a mean tone, whether they're saying it, no matter what tone they do it in, you're going to take that very thing that they said that they don't like, and you're going to go and do your big one. You're going to do it the worst that you can ever do it. The worst that you can ever do it. That's what you do. That is what you do. You leave your wife.
Such as what?
In the house crying, emotionally a mess, not knowing where you are, not knowing what's going on. Then you come back and act like nothing ever happened. Like you just left the house and got back in here at 10 a.m. and you want to sit up here and act like nothing ever happened. Like everything is good. Like, hey, honey, just coming in the door. Like, hey, honey, how are you? What you been doing all day? Are we being serious right now? Like, are we being serious? Like, you just came in at 10 a.m. and you want to come in this door and act like everything is okay and ask me how everything is doing. What have I been doing all day? I've been hungry, B. Like, I've been hungry. I thought you was going to go to the market to go get food. There's no food in the house. I've been hungry.
Why are you fucking hungry and no food in the house when you miss hustler? I got my own money. Again, In order for you to just sit there and be hungry, bitch, that means you didn't have no money of your own. You had no naira. Why? Was that on some of them stretches where y'all weren't putting out content on either channel
And
and you wasn't putting none out on the Eat with Kim channel?
And Trey, let's talk about it since motherfuckers want to put so much emphasis on being married and the fact that this hoe was able to snag a husband, right? Let's talk about it. Women in the chat, y'all can agree with me or disagree. Be honest. When it comes to making sure food is in the house, who do you feel that responsibility lies upon? Because I know how I feel, right? I know how I feel. But I'm asking y'all in the
The
chat.
woman, that's the
I'm taking
woman's
over.
job. It's the
I'm
woman's
taking over the
job,
chat.
damn it.
When it comes to making sure that food is in the building, in the house, in the home, whose ultimate responsibility is that? Because me, myself, being a wife before, being who I was to Tony, being who I am to my kids, my grandkids, I'm going to make sure motherfucking food in my house, bitch. You can go out and get drunk and high and fuck all you want in the middle of the night. But when it boils down to it, I'm going to make sure as the woman, and I got the money, and I got the money. Bitch, you can leave here. I'm going to make sure it's food in my motherfucking house. Q is full of shit. I don't give a damn. You can go where you want, but I ain't going to be hungry. I'm going to make sure food is in my house. This girl crazy. She crazy as hell. And she think that people believe this bullshit that she putting out here. Ain't no woman gonna sit up in no house and not make sure it's not food in that bitch. Especially if you got money. Cause see, if you were doing your wifely duties, whore, let's talk about it. You as the wife would have made sure there was food in the house to cook for your husband. To cook for your husband, ma'am.
Hell, truth. That's probably why that nigga was gone, because it was food at the homeboy's house.
Exactly. Come on now, bro. Come on now. You ain't doing when a motherfucker try to come out and so-called expose somebody else with lies, you always expose yourself. And she has done this numerous of times. You always expose yourself. Maybe that's why the nigga left, bitch. Cause you weren't keeping food in the house. Let's talk about it. The hell? Come on now. You sitting up in the house that ain't got no food and you got the money, bitch, according to you, and you ain't making sure ain't no groceries up in there, bitch. Girl, bye. Girl, bye.
And eating is your and eating is your motherfucking job. So it
Absolutely.
behooved you to have something to be able to eat on camera.
Absolutely. 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 Come on now.
We knew what was up
Make it
when you
make
said
sense.
them tomatoes was too expensive though. When you couldn't afford lettuce and tomato, we knew what was up then.
This girl would tell all kind of lies to make herself look good, but in retrospect, she making herself look so stupid and dumb. I'm not gonna be a rich bitch. Eat with Q, that bitch, and sit up in nobody's house, whether it's mine or anybody else's, and say I ain't had no motherfucking food in the house. Are you serious? Are you serious, bitch? Y'all call me a broke hoe, but you can best believe I'm gonna keep some groceries in my house. Not because of me, bitch, because I got grandchildren that come through here that's always hungry. Come on now, girl, get the fuck
I'm
out
a
of here.
I'm a big bag. I'm a
You're not a
big back.
big
I would
bag.
have just ordered DoorDash or something. No, I'm just saying I would have ordered DoorDash or something. I'm not finna wait
Yeah,
on
but that
you
let you
all
know.
motherfucking day. It was a
But yeah,
cutoff
that just
point.
let you know.
The
But Trey,
fuck?
that just let you know how serious she was about her job. Cause if your job was eating and getting on camera and eating, bitch, you would make sure if nothing else there was food in the house, bitch. You would make sure, cause see, that let you know that bitch wasn't doing her job. She wasn't getting that content. She wasn't putting out that content. Cause your content is food, bitch. And if you ain't got no food in the house, you have no content. Come on now. Think about it.
Why you ain't buy why you ain't buy one of them big ass fish that day instead of being hungry?
Come
You
on
bought
now.
them motherfuckers any other time.
Come on.
So like you didn't have any money either. You was dependent on him to feed you. But did he come
Exactly.
back with the food though? That's what I want to know. Did he come
Exactly.
back
Did
with
he
the
come
food?
back with at least some damn sardine bread, bitch?
Did he come back with some
Something.
African donuts the next morning?
Something.
It's like nothing ever happened. Like everything is good. Like, hey, honey, just coming in the door. Like, hey, honey, how are you? What you been doing all day? Are we being?
But I had pointed out way back in the day that your king would not go get them oxtails when you asked him to do it that day. That nigga was like, fuck no. He wanted to be the star, but he wasn't even trying to be on the video. And that was the Fibberissima celebration. What y'all did to oxtails. He wasn't trying to be on camera. You made that nigga get on camera and dance and some more shit. And every opportunity he could get to get off that motherfucker, he did. But you won't tell us he wanted to be the star.
Serious right now? Like, are we being serious? Like, you just came in at 10 a.m. and you want to come in this door and act like everything's okay and ask me how everything is doing, what have I been doing all day? I've been hungry, B. Like, I've been hungry. I thought you was going to go to the market to go get food. There's no food in the house. I've been hungry. The fuck is wrong with you?
Uh-oh, the fuck?
like, are you okay?
She turned into a ratchet.
And then when I go off on you, I'm the crazy one. When I go off, I'm crazy.
You crazy
feel what I'm
for being
saying?
hungry.
You're doing this. Like, you're doing this. $4.99 from love ya ever. I've seen a Nigerian married American, and
That's why she would come home eating them tubs in the sub like she was and shit. Starving. I was like, damn, bitch, what is wrong with you? Why you eating like that? Y'all was starving in a bullshit. That's crazy, man. The king, the prince and queen of Abuja was no food in the house.
As soon as he got his green card, he started popping in the bed. He started popping in the bed? What does that mean? Was he controlling? He wasn't controlling. He wasn't controlling. No, he wasn't controlling, but he was insecure. That's why it's weird for me that he was saying I was insecure so many times in that video. Because of everything that you're saying that I am, that's what you were. Like, you don't want no man complimenting me in any way. In any way. You acted a complete fool because pooping in the bed. Yeah, definitely pooping in the bed, right? So, I don't know. Is that a form of control? I don't know. I never felt controlled. I never felt like I didn't have a voice. I never felt like none of that. Like, when some women go through like extreme abuse and like, you know, I didn't go through that. I went through a lot of emotional neglect and abandonment. My husband abandoned me emotionally and neglected me emotionally.
Bitch, you left every 3 months.
Listen, Trey, this is the same thing she said about Play Grubbing. Come on now, people. I need y'all to recognize the patterns. I need y'all to recognize the pattern. This is the same thing that she said about Play Grubbing. It's the same thing. The bitch get depressed. She go to sitting around the house, don't want to bathe her ass, don't want to eat, don't want to work, don't want to do shit. And she expect that man to bring her ass back to life. When the bitch need whole counseling. She need a whole therapist. This is that emotional neglect. That's the same thing she said about Play. Come on, people. Come on. Same motherfucking script, different character.
Nobody ever
But
has
can't
enough
nobody help a
emotional.
person that don't want to help themselves. Even Play said it, Trey. Even Play said the girl need help. The girl need help. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect somebody to fix you. You gotta fix you. You want these men to sit around and cater to you. Play football. It's raining, baby. You know it's raining. You can't go out in the rain. Oh, she said. That was
We
Katie,
play
y'all.
football in the rain.
No, they're not playing football
Rain
in
ain't
the rain.
stopping no
Play.
football.
I'm not dealing with the sniffles next week. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna play in the rain. No, we're not. Just not.
Mama, you can look at the window.
I know I can look at the camera and see y'all, but that ain't the issue. The issue is it's raining. That's the issue.
Keisha saying no, it's not.
Oh, Keisha. Y'all excuse me. I got to go argue with the crumb snatchers. Okay?
Crumb snatchers.
Mm-hmm. I'll be back, Trey. But ask questions even in saying that. Trey, are you there? Why are you silent? Trey, can you hear me?
Oh shit! I was on mute and I had hit play and I was on damn mute. My
Yeah,
bad.
you on mute. But let me say something to what Ask Question said about Scott. Listen, do you remember Ask Questions when Scott? First of all, let me just say Scott always looked like he was tired. Either that cone head motherfucker, either he stayed high or he stayed tired. But I can imagine dealing with Q will make you tired. But Ask Question, do you remember when that whole Be Love's Life thing went down and he was coming on here, doing that damage control with her? Do you remember how exhausted he looked? Do you remember how drained he looked? That bitch, like Trey, I can only imagine what it's like living with her. Like, cause see, a depressed person will put you in depression. A depressed person will drive your ass to be depressed. I'm just saying. The motherfucker always looked like he was just tired. You know what I'm saying? He did, Trey. And I can only imagine dealing with her. It would take you there. It would take you there.
Nah, he was the first social media manager.
Wait a minute. Express said True. Remember when? Hold on, Trey.
$9.99.
Express said Truth. Remember when Q got with Good Willie and she was having a meltdown in Africa and Good Willie had that Scott. Yeah, yeah, I do remember Ask Questions. I do.
Differences is real. When I dated West African men, they would always accidentally disrespect me. And when I stood up for myself, they acted confused and called me aggressive. Like, oh my God, yes, right? Let me tell you what they do. You be like, oh my God, girl, you nailed it. If I express myself or I tell you that you're doing X, Y, and Z, I'm nagging. I become a nagger. And it's like, how am I nagging? So am I not allowed to tell you anything that you're doing wrong? So now you try to make me feel like I'm nagging. So now if you use the word nagging, I don't want to be a nag. Like, who wants to be a nag? So it's like, now you're trying to silence me and not have me say nothing. So then when I finally do say something, you could say, I'm like, babe, what you're doing is wrong. It's very disrespectful. I could never disrespect you. I could never do that. I could never. The very thing that I'm telling you that you're doing, you can never do it. What is that? That's manipulation. Because you're telling me that you can never do something that you're clearly doing. Or, it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful for me to tell you what you're doing is wrong. So can't nobody tell you nothing. I can't tell you anything. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you nothing about yourself. How are you going to be able to change your behavior? Or how can you make me happy eventually if I'm telling you, honey, this is
How can you make me happy eventually?
not a good thing. I don't like this. I don't like this that you're doing. You can tell me all the things that I'm doing that you don't like or whatever, and I'm supposed to change my behavior and fix it or whatever. He has a lot of amazing characteristics. A lot. This life is not to make him look like anything. This is just the truth, and the truth is the truth. It's not always pretty, but he has a lot of amazing characteristics. I think he's a great guy. I think he has a good heart, but he's not my person. He's not my person. I don't want to be with somebody like that. I don't want to be with somebody that is constantly doing things and can't take accountability. Who's constantly, being immature, being negligent, making bad.
But had you actually taken the time to know him, then you would have known all these things about him and you wouldn't be asking for a divorce and refusing to apologize to everybody who told you to slow down, you're moving too fast, you don't know this nigga, and things of that nature. You're refusing to apologize for it.
decisions. We're supposed to be married. We've been married 2 years. We don't even have a marital home because you keep blowing all the money. You keep putting us in a hole. Do you know we should?
Oh, what damn money? Oh, what money? It wasn't no food in the house. We blowing the money doing what? You was not handing this nigga over the entire check for the Fibrissima channel. And I repeat, motherfucker, you had your own little shit going on with your Eat With Q channel. So you would do uploads on that one. So what money was he? You wasn't giving him the money from the Eat With Q channel neither. So what money was he blowing? Because you said the nigga was broke.
Like, it's just so hurtful, you guys. It is so hurtful.
Goodwill, you gotta come out here and tell her how much money she said you were blowing.
Hurtful. It's hurtful.
From what I can tell, Goodwill keep it simple, man. He gonna keep him some pepper. He gonna keep him some onions. He gonna keep him some yellow, red, and green peppers. He gonna keep him some shit to make stew. I don't see all this stunting and shit. We just seen this nigga eat. We stay seeing you eating out over there. We've seen him eat out one time. Where they went.
I heard nagging and insecure. Meanwhile,
they went through the drive-through and ended up ordering somewhere where the menu was upside down. But yeah, that's the only time we saw him do fast food since he done had his channel. But you try to make it seem like he be blowing money. He wear the same goddamn clothes over and over again. What is he blowing money on? I'm just saying.
The problem, they are.
No, he ain't had no suya and chicken and meat. The meat be at a premium. He just keep him a little fish. You know, he can go outside in the backyard and catch one of them just from the pond. So he keep him a little fish on deck. Not too much with the chicken and shit of that nature. I don't understand this stunting ass lifestyle she say he living. We always see him drinking water. Like this nigga don't never had no African soft drinks or nothing. It's just always water. He ain't keep no food in that bitch when you was there, but apparently when he go, he got bouillon cubes and everything in that hole. He got fresh okra. He got mangoes and shit.
Disrespectful, and they know it. Gaslighting MFers, right?
Goodwill didn't scam this bitch. Goodwill just fucked the shit out of her. That is all this man did. This woman, all this Nigerian king shit, she came up with that shit for YouTube. He didn't tell her none of that fuck shit. This nigga did not tell her he was rich or nothing. Because she's saying when she met him, he had dust in his pocket. So he couldn't have told you he was rich if your conclusion was you had dust in your pockets. So she wasn't scammed. He just fucked the shit out of her. He was in another country. She started out having a fling and married the nigga, according to her.
Like, oh my God, like,
there are some scammers, like, but he wasn't one of them.
I can't tell this man that he's doing wrong. I'm nagging if I tell him that he's doing wrong. And you doing wrong stuff. Like, 100% you're doing wrong. Like, you're really...
You do not tell me what to do, woman. You do not tell me what to do.
Doing wrong. And you're literally sitting here telling me that I'm being disrespectful for telling you.
They told you them Nigerian men was stubborn and strict. They tried to tell you that too.
Yes, it's always your fault. They don't never do nothing. They never do nothing wrong. It's always everybody else's fault. But
just like you're saying everything is his fault and why the marriage went wrong. You being gone didn't have any effect on it. You being gone constantly had no effect on y'all's marital life. Because then when you left, y'all were on 2 different motherfucking time zones. It's hard to have that type of communication going on. Good afternoon, Unbothered.
He's basically mad, you guys. He's mad. He's mad. And the only person that he should be mad at is himself. That's the only person that you should be mad at. You're mad at yourself. And And he said something super, super, super disrespectful, but I'm not going to say it. It was that, and it's something super disrespectful that he said. And I just couldn't get it out of my mind. I could not. I'm like, this is my husband saying this? I couldn't get it out of my mind. 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 It just kept playing
Oh my God.
over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Like, it was haunting me bad. And I told my sister, I told my mom, and I told a few people, and they were like, no. This is from your husband. Your husband is talking like that. Talking about the therapist. Because you don't even take mental health serious to begin with, and you be the main one that's thrown off, and the main one that need help. Main one, at least listen. I respect anybody that said they need help. It's the ones that swear that they're normal and they're okay. They be the main ones that's messed up worse than anybody that's even admitting it. They be so thrown off. Was he out all night when? Was he out all night when you got on the flight and left? No, when I got on the like, that's why I'm saying he's saying act like he didn't know. Everybody knew. Everybody knew. He's acting like he didn't know. You knew that the marriage was over when I left, and then I told you I'm done. After you keep begging and badgering me to pay that rent. That's your apartment. Remember, it's never my apartment. To everybody else, that's your apartment. But now that I'm not there no more, and now it's my apartment. If it's not my apartment, why are you asking me to help you pay it? Because when I was there, I was getting paid, and when I wasn't there, I was getting paid. But see, here's the thing, you guys. In Nigeria, you can position yourself to do great things, 100%.
That doesn't make sense to me. Who he saying my apartment to that you would be bothered by? Who would he be saying that to? Was he telling you that? Because I don't think he would have needed to say it to his friends. This is my apartment. And so you were sitting back. No. Yes, this is all God's. This is God's plan.
You're not doing your position as a husband. You're not being smart. You're not doing what you got to do. So, in Nigeria, you could get something like, you could take like $5,000, right? You could take like $5,000, and that could be, you could get something nice. Like when I say nice, I'm talking something better than here. Something better than.
So why didn't you ever take $5,000 and get something nice then? Y'all bounced around the Abuja.
Controlling the narrative. Yes, he's controlling the narrative. He is trying to control the narrative, but you can't control the narrative when the facts are the facts.
Well, he controlling the narrative, and you spoke out first. You did not have to tell the word. We speculated and knew y'all wasn't together, but you didn't have to tell us.
If I had never got on here and said this, you're still gonna look ridiculous because, like, okay, you got your YouTube channel. That's it. Like, what did you have?
No, he still wasn't gonna look ridiculous if you not got on here and said it. He was doing what the fuck he was doing. He was not responding to no comments in the chat about you, and he wasn't getting on YouTube talking about you either in his goddamn videos. He gave some marital advice, but he didn't say your fucking name. He ain't say, I ain't married no more. I'm getting a divorce. None of the shit that you did.
Act. Can we talk about what you had before that? Okay.
Can we talk about what you had before me?
Even if I had never got on here and said this, you're still gonna look ridiculous because, like, okay, you got your YouTube channel. That's it. Like, what did you have before that? Can we talk about what you had before that?
Yet you married him, so why do you want to talk about it now? He's in a better place now than when you married him, according to you. So what is there to talk about?
Okay. So back to what I was saying, you guys. What was I saying? What was I saying, y'all? 199 being man and okay, yeah, that's right, the rent. Okay, so you could get something really, really nice for $5,000, $5,000 US dollars. You can get something really, 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 really nice. I'm talking beautiful, something more beautiful than you can even think of here, right? And so we've had many opportunities to do that, but every opportunity that we have to do it, he's blowing every dime. He's blowing all the money.
And she expect us to believe that this nigga had access to all their money to where he could blow it. So she said they had 4,000 put up, and then he would go blow it. And this is what she wants y'all to believe. Why not just? Never mind.
All the money. So then, okay, you keep blowing all the money. So now you got people was looking at us crazy because it don't make no sense to do anything rent for every month, because in Nigeria they don't do that every month like how we do here. We pay our rent every month. We don't do that in Nigeria. You pay your rent for the year and you're done.
So what people were looking at y'all crazy?
I'm trying to position myself and ours to do that, but every time he did something, I'll tell you this situation, the money that we were supposed to take to get our marital home.
Check it out. Y'all were only married for 2 years. 2. You pay the rent up for the year. You claim you was making a whole bunch of goddamn money off YouTube. Why wasn't the $5,000 had in one whop to just make the purchase? So then when the second year of marriage came, y'all wouldn't have to pay rent again for the year? Because according to you, a year, and you said y'all couldn't do month to month. So y'all got close to saving $5,000 several times during the physical year, and then he would go spend it. Right.
He had did a really big mistake. He did a very, 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 very big mistake. And it was a huge red flag, and it made me look at him some type of way because it was like, how dare you do that? You had no
What, you was gambling, nigga? Did you go gamble?
right to do that. No one told you to do that. And you lied about it. And you got me looking crazy because I'm your wife. And you got this person mad at me because we're married now. So now, as one, you got us looking crazy as one because of something that you did. You got us out here looking crazy because of something that you did. And so that was thousands of dollars. So because you did something, I had to take that money that was thousands of dollars to fix what you messed up. So now you keep putting us in a hole. Like, you keep putting us in a hole financially. And we're not going to ever be able to get our marital house because you keep doing stuff. So now we have to be in a place where we have to rent every month when we don't have to. And people looking at us like, why y'all?
How are you renting every month if you said in Africa they don't do that? They pay for the year. You can't be both ways. Either you paying for the year or you was doing month to month, what you said you can't do.
In this place that you got to rent every month because you keep blowing the effing money. That's why we can't get ahead as a husband and wife. Did he love you? I don't know. After a while, I started not believing it because it's like you keep using that. Like, you keep saying that every time you do something wrong. You keep saying, I love you. I can never.
Shay, Mark, can we talk about it? Now, the only thing that Q is complaining about when it comes to Goodwill, unless I missed it, is that he stays out all night and drinks and he drugs, right? And yet she's saying he's using all the money to whereas they couldn't get a house, as she calls it, a marital home. They couldn't get groceries and shit of that nature. Now, let's think about it. How much listen, now we know drugs can take over. Like, we know hard drugs, and I ain't talking about no weed. Cause see, weed ain't finna take over like that. Not weed. But in order for this man to be out spending so much money, right? To whereas they couldn't even afford to get a home and things of that nature. How much money could he have been spending just staying out all night drinking and smoking? Think about it. Like, unless he was a true addict, and bitch, you ain't telling us something. That man couldn't have been spending that much money to where you bitches couldn't buy a home. Come on now, Trey. You gotta make it make sense.
She wasn't giving him access to the goddamn money.
I know, but this is the thing. You coming out here saying that Good Willie, you coming out here saying that Good Willie did so much going out smoking and drinking and shit of that nature, and spending so much money that y'all couldn't come up over there in the Abuja. That got to be a lot of smoking and drinking, Trey. Come on now. Let's just be clear. Let's do this. You making the money. Okay, you give your husband allowance. Even if she was giving him the money from the Fibrisma channel, just like you said, that channel wasn't making all that. Because they weren't posting like that. So how much money could he have been spending to where is you able to come out here now and say because he was staying out all night drinking and drugging that you all couldn't afford to sustain? He had to have more than a weed problem, Trey. He had to have more than a drinking problem.
He was blowing thousands of dollars. Thousands
Come
of
on now.
dollars, and you had no
Come,
right to do
come
that.
on
You
now.
made a bad decision, and you blew thousands of dollars, and I had to take
Because,
money to correct that mistake.
but we seen her spend. Let's talk about it. We seen her spend more money. We seen her spend the majority of the money, putting on airs and shit, going over there to the Barbados, flying home every 3 months. Come on now, y'all gotta think about the words that's coming out this whole mouth and what we've seen over the last 2
Saying
years.
she was getting custom made, African outfits. He
Exactly.
wasn't
But
getting
see, the only
none.
way I can see,
They
the
were
only
getting
way I can see that
pedicures
man
and
really
having
spending.
motherfuckers pulling up to the room doing nails and facials.
But see, the only way I can honestly choose, I'm gonna tell you the two reasons why I can see Good Willie spending so much money to whereas he put them in debt. If he had more than a weed problem, per se, a crack problem, or he was taking care of another wife. I love my wife. I love my wife. See, Q, you gonna have to eventually, or maybe not, cause see, you that bitch, right? You gonna eventually have to come out here and tell the real. Cause this shit you saying right now ain't making sense. It's not making sense. Bitch, we knew you was broke when y'all was over there in that motherfucking grocery store and y'all went to the second level of the grocery store, bitch. You was in a grocery store, bitch, purchasing a ring and your ass's cards was declined, bitch. So what's really going on? Like, what's really going on? Come on now. Y'all gotta make it make sense.
And during that time, if he was blowing all the money and hanging out with his friends and shit, why the fuck did you decide to upload a video saying, "Look at my husband upgrading my ring. He handling his business. This what real men do and all that shit." Didn't nobody ask you to say that? We didn't ask you to say that at all.
Decline for $75,
I love
CC.
you. I love you.
Decline for $75, CCTV. $75.
And I don't even think them was American dollars. I think that was Naira. So that would have been like, man,
You know what,
30.
Trey?
They would be like 30
Listen, let me
American
tell you what I
dollars.
think. Let me tell you what I think. I think they went broke from Q trying to put on airs. I do. Because think about it.
And
The bitch went
Legos.
over there and spent all that money in Barbados for nothing. The bitch moved to Lagos to that hotel room in Lagos putting on airs. Come on now, if anybody blew the money, it was her trying to
Yep.
prove to us who don't give a fuck that she was living that life, and we clearly saw she wasn't. Come on now.
Yeah, it got declined for 25 US dollars, said Miss B. She just gave us the official conversion rate of the Naira.
I love you so much. You're my first love. You're my first everything. I married you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Okay, sweetie. I get that you love me.
And them plane tickets wasn't cheap at all. Them plane tickets was setting y'all ass back too.
That does not take away from the fact that what you did. It doesn't take away from the fact that what you're doing. It doesn't take it. Like, why do you want to stress me out like this? Why do you want to stress me out? I'm already stressed.
So who was paying the rent? If y'all was doing month to month and you was in America, who was paying the rent? But you saying he was blowing all this money. Somebody had to pay the month to month rent for you could have somewhere to come back to, correct?
That's not enough. I gotta travel back and forth here. Okay, I'm living in 2 countries. I'm trying to figure out what's going on back in the U.S. I'm over here trying to figure out what's going on.
You don't have to figure out shit, man. You wasn't living in 2 countries. You didn't have to fly back and forth because according to you, you had dual citizenship. So you were allowed to stay over there as long as you fucking wanted to.
What's going on with over here? It's a lot. I'm away from my cats. I'm away from my car.
Fuck them cats. Oh, sorry to hear that, Gabe. Well, Backlash comes on tonight. Maybe that'll make you feel better. And then there's, some NBA basketball that should be on right now. Unless you got a stomach bug or something, then I would say take some Pepto-Bismol.
I gave my place up to be with you. Everything. Oh my God. Love is action.
Did nobody ask you to do that? And weren't you moving anyway?
Absolutely, I asked you where you can't keep saying that you love somebody over and over again, 24/7. That's all you say every time you do something bad. But I love you. Every time it's I love you. Love is not everything. Love is stuff. Love doesn't pay the bills. Thank you so much, Potent Pondering. I love you so much.
It was all in the store touching fabrics and shit.
Love is an action word. I just don't believe it. I can't. Because there's no way. If somebody that loves you the way that you said that you love me, you're not going to let your wife suffer. You're not going to let your wife be doing everything, holding everything down financially, mentally, physically, emotionally, and you just sit there wanting to be the star.
How were you holding everything down financially if both of y'all were making money off the Fibrissima channel? Now, if there was never a Fibrissima channel and there was just an Eat with Q channel, then we could say, okay, you were doing all of the financial lifting. You talking about editing videos again. Not being in the video, edited. Everybody don't edit, G. But we never saw him wanting to be the star. We didn't get that at all.
But you want to say that you love me all day long? That's not love. When I love somebody, I show it through my actions. Through my actions, when I love someone, I show it through my actions. That's what love is. You don't just tell somebody all day long, I love you, I love you. If you show the fruits of your labor, if you love me, okay, love is sacrificial.
You kept leaving, motherfucker. You showed him by leaving, and you said you had dual citizenship.
You want to sacrifice. You couldn't even sacrifice your raggedy bum ass friends for your wife. You couldn't even sacrifice your friends for your wife, but you want to convince me that you love me so much? Like, make it make sense. You want to think that you're all that because you're a husband now. And so because
you couldn't sacrifice your friends for me. But y'all need to go. American girls, know y'all worth. You ain't got to deal with that bullshit these American men do. But now she's saying he was with his friends. You couldn't, well, that's like saying you couldn't sacrifice your cats. You couldn't sacrifice food and whatever for your husband. You kept leaving.
your husband, you're supposed to be more superior to anybody else, anybody that's not married. But you can't even do the first thing that a husband is supposed to do. The Bible says to love your wife as Christ loved the church. Did you love me as Christ loved the church? A man that loves you, he gonna provide for you.
Did you love him the way Christ loved the church, motherfucker? Because when it was talking about man, it didn't mean male. It said man a lot in the Bible when it meant human beings.
He's gonna work countless hours. He's gonna do whatever he got to do to make sure his wife is good, make sure his house is good, make sure everything is stable. If the woman is looking a mess and not well, you got to look at the husband. If the woman is unkept, if the woman is not well, if the woman is not doing well, it's the husband.
And that's fucked up. But that's the burden that we as men have and we deal with, and we don't complain about it and say we're not healed and all this other fuck shit that women have the luxury of saying. We just fucking deal with it.
And it's not meaning that it's his fault. We have to look at the husband. Why is your house not in order?
Because my wife is always in the United States. Yes, I can see your comments, Miss Tonya.
Why is your house not in order? You want to sit up here and hang out with all these friends that don't got no money.
Now the friends is some broke bums. But you had them over there and you said they loved your food and you enjoyed cooking for his friends and you loved them and stuff. Now it's the damn problem. Maybe you should have been hanging with him and the friends. Could that have been a problem? Why weren't you trying to be friendly? Why did you try to go with your husband? I haven't heard you say one time you asked, could you go? And he said no. Did you ask, could you want to hang out? Can I hang out with you and the boys? I don't recall you saying that. And he said, no, woman, stay at home. Your place is in the house, cooking, cleaning, and having babies. You didn't say that yet.
Hey, nobody got no money. The money is in the house. The money is over here. This is your bread and butter, everything that you.
Oh, the money is in the house. The money over here. Why you with them bum ass niggas? Oh shit. Oh shit.
Not meaning that it's his fault. We have to look at the husband. Why is your house not in order? Why is your house not in order? You want to sit up here and hang out with all these friends that don't got no money. No money. Nobody got no money. The money is in the house. The money is over here. This is your bread and butter, everything.
I'm just saying, when Steven and Faber introduced you to him, you ain't know all of this. Steven couldn't tell you he be hanging out with his homeboys.
That you need is here. You just need to focus on this. Focus on making your money and doing what you got to do. But you're so busy wanting to be outside, wanting to be with your friends, wanting to do this, wanting to do that. You're missing something so bad outside. What is being missed outside? None of these friends are married. Not near one of your friends are married. And if they are married, they're not an example of what a husband is supposed to be. So what is there? So
bitch, you ain't, how you know what a husband's supposed to be? You ain't had number one and you saying he trash. She was hating on this man homeboys. She was one of them wives. I don't like him. You cannot tell me about my friend. I've known him my whole life. I've known you for 3 weeks.
But yeah, Trey, there's whole content out there for those that remember of her doing a video feeding the homeboys. They was up in the place, up in the space, and she cooked for them. There's a whole video of that out there. Yes, ma'am. Well, she may have taken that down, but
I remember laughing, joking, and all that shit.
She told one of the homeboys.
Now they broke bombs. They broke.
Yep.
You said she told one of the homeboys what?
I'm not gonna lie, I forget exactly what she said to him precisely, but I remember her talking specifically to one of the homeboys, saying something. You know, I go find it, baby. I don't have no issues. Cause she full of shit. She knew what that man. But see, you know, sometimes even when being married, you gotta pay attention to the homeboy relationships. See, this woman is saying that these same homeboys, and I'm not gonna let anybody forget that one of these particular homeboys came home for my sillies. See, what you're not gonna do is come for my sillies, a whora. Okay, so you gotta remember these same homeboys that she's complaining about now. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about it. Sometimes homeboy relationships don't be that. Cause see, I always said Goodwill was a little tutti fruity. I ain't gonna take it back. I said the motherfucker give me tutti fruity vibes. That's what I meant. Fruity peppers all day long, no milk. You feel me? And one of them homeboys took it upon himself to come for my sillies. What the fuck you going at my sillies for? And things of that sort. What you got to do with anything? See, sometimes you got to pay attention to them homeboy relationships. Some be, you know, a little fruity in the milk and things of that sort. Tutti fruity. Publicious. I'm just saying. And you saying these men stayed out all night together? Ain't that much homeboy ship in the world, Trey? Ain't that much homeboy ship in the world, Trey? Okay?
She said the money is here. What you doing outside? The money here. This is where you get the money from.
What your homeboys giving you that I'm not giving you that you got to stay your ass out all night? What are we doing here?
Hey, how he blowing all the money, but on one end you saying you ain't never at home. The money here. Why you with them niggas? This is how you make money, but y'all wasn't making money. He blowing all the money that he ain't got.
Exactly.
He blowing all the money that he ain't got, and they ain't got neither, cause everything's on her, and she done shut down, and the Wi-Fi acted up, so ain't no content being put out.
And see, that's another lie that hoe told. And Good Willie came out here directly, but indirectly showed us that she was full of shit. Because you would go months without content and come back and say it was the electricity, the rolling blackouts, the Wi-Fi and shit of that third. So, but this man coming out with consistent content. We telling you, ho, we don't believe you because we got other African content creators that we see out here that's giving consistent content. Q is a liar. You feel me? Like she can't tell the truth for shit, for nothing.
Mm-hmm. Q, I'm having to break your ass down in hour segments. I'm on 46 minutes of your second hour. I can't sit through all 3 hours of this shit. I have to break you down.
Dude, you understand what I'm saying?
And you at 1.35, but you saying so much stupid shit, it has to be addressed.
It's sickening. It's sickening. The Friends was like the biggest. It wasn't the biggest, but it was one of the biggest red flags. Like this Friends. Like, what is wrong with you? I ain't never seen nothing like this. In our culture, it's not like that. Yeah, we got our friends. Your husband, your man might have his friends, but it's not like that. It's not like that. In your face 24/7, over your house 24/7. Don't tell your wife this. We going here.
It do be like that until a girl be like, that's when y'all talk to the niggas. Like, hey man, get the fuck up out of here. This what it's gonna be every time y'all be over here. I'm gonna be rude as a motherfucker. Eventually, y'all gonna get tired of me cussing y'all ass out. Hello, Taz Angel. That's a pretty simple thing to do.
Don't tell your wife that you did this. Don't tell your wife that you did that. They destroying your fucking marriage.
But what he doing though? If he ain't fucking no bitches, why it matter?
Yeah, he was big man talking trash. Y'all saw a part of it. That trash talking that he did when he said you stupid and you disappointed me. He would do that.
You felt me.
But is that verbal abuse? I don't know, you guys. It just depends on what you think.
Verbal abuse.
He's hurt. He is hurt. I'm hurt too. How do you think I feel? I freaking moved my life to a third world country. Are you kidding me? I moved my life to a third world country. The marriage didn't work out. I had to come home and figure my shit out.
While telling us that it was the best decision you ever made, and more people need to be like you, and people that's got something to say is just hating. That's what you told us.
Out. And I'm still figuring it out. And it ain't all balanced and it ain't all perfect. You feel what I'm saying? You feel me? You gained a lot. You gained. You
gained too, ma'am. You gained as well because people started asking you about your husband. So you introducing him as your husband garnered interest in your solo channel. Then you had the Fiberissimus channel, and on your solo channel, people are tuning in to hear about your husband. You've given us a little bit. You've been back since October, and you starting to give us more and more and more and more about it. So yeah, you gained from it as well.
I lost. You feel me? I can get
every video you done had since you done been back in the States since October. You can find several people in the comment section asking what's up with your husband. You gained that interest on your channel because of him. It works both ways, ma'am.
I'm not worried about no material because I can get all material back. You get what I'm saying? But the way I feel, like to feel like, oh my God, this person can tell you all day long that they love you, but not willing to do nothing to show it.
What material did you lose? Who was paying the mortgage in Barbados? Who was paying the mortgage for that house? Just curious. Did y'all buy that cash? Because you had a realtor, remember?
It's the divorce process since he's there. I mean, it's the same way as it is here. I don't have to go over there. Q never begged for shit. I don't have to beg for nothing. I don't beg for nothing. I don't. First of all, I got too much. I have too much pride to be on here begging anybody for anything. That's number one.
Right. All them promotions you did for your course was big, and ebook. Nigga, you told folk they could pay their motherfucking 2 easy monthly installments. That's e-begging. Oh, I also noticed somebody didn't make their second payment, so it put the jump back. So she had sold 6. It's 5 because somebody apparently didn't make their second payment, maybe. Or something happened of that nature. But yeah, it went from 6 sold to 5. Somebody returned, of course.
I got too much pride. And number 2, I have too many resources. I have too many freaking resources. I don't have to beg nobody for nothing. I have too many resources. I have a brain, and I'm very smart, and I can use my brain, and I know how to make money. That's one thing I do know how to do is I know how to make money. I know how to do what I got to do. I've been doing this shit long enough. I know how to do what I got to do. And
oh shit, she ratchet. She done cussed a few times in this video. Get it then, Quincy.
Proving it to myself thousands of times. Again, back is against the wall. Q won't figure it out. Don't worry about Q. Don't worry about me financially. Don't worry about where I'm living. Don't worry about my car situation. Just know that I got it. I got this, and I'm gonna figure it out because I did it before. I can do it again. I've done it many times. Not once, not twice, not 3, not 4. I can do it. I can do it. But but right now, it's just mentally, like I'm just messed up. Like my nervous system is shot for all that I've been through. Like, damn, how much more do I got to take? How much more lessons do I have?
It's self-inflicted, man.
To learn. Prayerfully, this is the last one when it comes to love because I'm not putting myself through this shit no more. I'm not.
Cap, she got a new nigga already.
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this no more. No.
That don't sound like somebody that's healed.
Well, I learned my lesson, honey. I learned my lesson, baby. I learned a very valuable lesson.
But you don't want to be a wife anymore?
And I mean, no. Oh God, y'all, it's so much I could say. We Scorps don't Baby, I will cut you off so quick, honey, you won't know what hit you. You won't know what hit you. And
she ain't shaming me. Hit the cash app, hit the PayPal, hit the super chat, join the membership, buy an album.
And I'm not trying to cut you off, but see, that's the thing. Like, I give you everything. And I think that's my problem. Like, I just be giving people shit. Like, and it's like, you ain't got to work for nothing. You know what I mean? I just be giving you stuff. You ain't got to prove nothing, got to work for nothing. Nothing. I don't know where I honestly I would be sitting here talking and
But you said he gave you the world, ma'am. That's what you said when we was introduced to this nigga. He gave you the world. You're a tour guide, brushed your motherfucking teeth, carried you on his back and everything. That's the storyline you gave this character. Now I gave this nigga the world.
You know what I mean? I just be giving you stuff. You ain't got to prove nothing, got to work for nothing. I don't know where I honestly, I would be sitting here talking and I'd be like, where did this come from? Like, what happened in my life for it to happen like this? You know what I'm saying? For me to do this, for me to, like, what happened? And I told you guys what happened. It's hey, don't bite my stuff.
You enjoy people needing you. You enjoy people needing to come to you or being at your mercy. That's where it comes from. You enjoy them saying, damn, I'm going to get put out if you don't pay the rent. You enjoy that. So then you could be like, act right then, nigga.
It's the vulnerability. It's being vulnerable. It's being broken. It's being, many things. You're dealing with stuff that you don't even know that you're dealing with. You know what I mean? So much stuff. You stop putting your heart into everything. Take one day at a time. And God got you. That's my problem, you guys. My heart, I'm passionate. I have a passionate heart. I do that with everything. Whether you're my friend, whether you're my lover, whether I put it into my work. I mean, look at my YouTube. When I first started my YouTube channel, I was relentless.
Yeah, you were relentless. You not anymore. You've gotten lazy. So there's that.
Go a day without posting. That speaks to who I am. That's my type of person. That's the type of person that I am. I'm a go-getter. I'm determined. I have passion. I'm this, I'm that. And I have flaws and stuff like that. I have a lot of flaws. But I never did anything to that man to hurt him, ever. I never tried to hurt that man. I only tried to help him and be a good wife. That's all I ever tried to do.
He didn't try to hurt you.
Mommy, fix your crown. What are you talking about, karma? Let's talk about the karma. Please, let's put you, mommy, fix your crown. Please tell me what you mean by karma. You have the floor. Please tell me what you mean by karma. You got to guard your heart also. Scorps are very loyal. I mean, I don't know, you guys. I'm not into the zodiac signs and stuff like that, but I don't know. But that's just how I am. Everything is intense with me. Everything is passionate. Everything is intense. Literally everything. Can you imagine? It's exhausting. Did he cheat on you that you know of?
Here we go.
I started just
Here we go, because you said you can't trust him. If he wasn't cheating, why the fuck you couldn't trust him? And you said both of y'all didn't trust each other. You said you couldn't trust him to even tell him everything about your income.
With me. Everything is passionate. Everything is intense. Literally everything. Can you imagine? It's exhausting. Did he cheat on you that you know of? I started just don't believe you. I don't know. It's a possibility. I don't believe nothing that come out your mouth. And if you stand out all night, what is outside for you to be standing out all night?
His homeboys. So she couldn't confirm that he was cheating. She just said, I don't believe you, and why you out all night if you ain't cheating? But then you said he was with his homeboys.
What's outside to be staying out all night as a married man? No married man is outside all night. So I don't know. And then on top of that, I don't believe nothing.
That's not true. It's a lot of married men that are out all night. A lot of them are working, ma'am. It's called third shift.
That comes out your mouth. So I don't know. Possibly.
So he ain't even cheat, y'all. He didn't cheat. He didn't beat her. He hung out with his friends. That's why she divorcing him, because he hung out with his friends. He spent more time with his friends than her. According to, even though she's the motherfucker that lived there 3 months at a time. That's crazy as fuck.
I mean, it's a possibility. It's possible. You know, I don't know what's open. You know what I'm saying? All night long.
You was out all night in Barbados, and you be out all night when you was in America. What's out all night with your married ass that you wasn't at home? So it's okay for you to go out and kick it and shit when you be in other countries, but he can't go out and kick it. So I guess, again, because you were there, he wasn't supposed to do anything. And you were knowing as fuck, and he ain't supposed to do nothing. And we can't even prove how often he was with it. Again, the way she talking, you would think he was with his boys 7 days a week. Every day. Every month. While she was there. This is what she's making it seem like.
All night. I know you was a good wife. I was an excellent wife. His family would tell you. His family told me so many times, you're an amazing wife. I am. I was an amazing wife to him. Amazing. Was I perfect? No, I wasn't. Did he get cussed out sometimes? Yes. Did he cuss me out?
Unless they were there with y'all 24/7, 7 days a week like the homeboys, how could the family say that you were an amazing wife?
Of course. I mean, it's marriage. We get smart with each other. We argue, whatever. But was I cussing you out when you was doing financial stuff? Yes, I was. I'm not the type of person in a relationship. I'm not the type of person to badger you, but I am going to tell you when you're doing something that I don't like. And I don't want to have to keep repeating myself over and over again. I feel like as your wife, I should be able to say things a couple times. And then after that, because you love me and you want to make me happy and we love each other and we want to make each other happy, we just take things into consideration and we just don't do that. But not you go do it.
What financial stuff? She still won't say what it is.
Worse the next day. I tell you that you did something I don't like, and you go do it worse the next day. And then come in the house like nothing ever happened. You're tripping. And then for me to be away from my family, be away from my comfort, be away from everything, and be uncomfortable in another country going through that, you're crazy. This was a lesson. It was an absolute lesson. I got the lesson, and I will never have to go through this lesson ever again. Ever again.
What is it? Don't marry a nigga in Africa? Is that the lesson?
It's very disrespectful. It's very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. But I can honestly sit here and say I never cheated on that man. I never did anything inappropriate with that man. I never made no.
And you said you can't prove that he did that either. You said it's possible, but you ain't find no smoking gun, no evidence, no condom, no nothing.
I never did nothing to make that man feel no type of way. It was your own insecurities because you couldn't do what you were supposed to do as a man financially. That's why you felt the way that you felt. It wasn't coming from me. And if you want to hit below the belt with me and talk crap about me and say ignorant.
Here's the thing, Q. This is why what you're saying right there is bullshit. His insecurities as a man, you said, because he couldn't do what he needed to financially. Newsflash, baby. Before he met you, according to you, he was broke. And he was able to get you to marry him, bitch. So, like, why did he need to be insecure of other motherfuckers, but he got to marry you without a dime to his motherfucking name? You didn't marry him. I'm just saying, insecure about what? He got you with no money. So his insecurities as a man, like he ain't care because no other nigga got money. He knew you were gonna be around motherfuckers richer than him. Didn't bother him. Yo ass, bruh. You the motherfucker that was in the house in Nigeria. You didn't know where the fuck to go. You wasn't outside by yourself, nan video. So he couldn't have been worried about no niggas getting at you if your ass always at the house. Cause bitch, ain't that what you saying the complaint was? You was at the house being a good fucking wife and he was out with his friends. So what niggas is he worried about being at you when you always at home by yourself according to your stories? Make it make sense, Sway. My wife at home all day in a country where she knows nobody. I'm insecure because I'm insecure that she went to my sister's job one time and it was some rich senators there and one of them wanted to holler at her. I know she ain't going back outside, but I'm insecure even though she married me. Cool. If anything, the senator is probably fucking Goodwill's sister that worked there, his secretary.
Shit about me. I'm gonna say some shit too. What you mean? You think I'm not gonna say nothing? That's the problem. You think you're supposed to be able to say whatever you want to me and I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not that girl. You're not gonna say whatever you want to me and I'm just going to sit there and let you just be saying whatever. It's not gonna happen. $4.99 from Broke Melody. Let's all go and subscribe. No, y'all don't have to do that. Q never gonna tell us to do that, but you know the assignment. No, you guys don't do that.
And that's why you gonna die with some cats.
Hey, y'all don't have to do that. Y'all are ignorant. Don't do that to that man. He needs every little bit of view that he can get. He needs this. You sacrificed a lot. I did.
They must
your morality. I sacrificed everything for somebody that wouldn't sacrifice.
They must have been talking about unsubscribing. Goodwill almost at 7K.
Not even their best friend. They wouldn't sacrifice staying out with their best friend. They would not sacrifice nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. I don't know, you guys. That's crazy. I'm tired of being strong, you guys. So again, I'm so exhausted.
She's making it seem like he was with his friends every day.
I'm tired of having to do this stuff. I'm exhausted. Like, I am so exhausted. I made a very bad decision.
We got 3 minutes
out of brokenness, out of sadness, out of feeling like my clock.
No, ma'am. I'm not gonna let you say you made this decision out of brokenness, sadness, or none of that, because you said this was God ordained and you were healed, motherfucker. You went to therapy and you was having all types of breakthroughs. And you weren't going through that no more. Because God showed you there is a good man out there that will marry you and make you his queen. So hell no, you didn't do this shit out of brokenness. Good morning, T Hall.
I was taking up my time.
We about to leave this jet in a minute. We got 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
Running out. My time is running out to be a wife. My time is running out to be a mom.
Your time is never running out to be a wife, bitch. You could get married at 78. So that's not true. Now, as a mom, your time, your biological clock to have a baby, yes and no. You still got time. Like, you don't have to rush and have one today. But, like, you know, the older you get, the riskier it becomes. But no, your clock is ticking, yes, but not urgently enough that you had to get married to a nigga in another country. That's right, Duchess. This marriage was a fucking content. That's why I said I'm starting to think this was just a poor ass YouTube sitcom.
My time is running out. My eggs are
But now both of them sound hurt. She really is hurt by some of the shit he done said, and some of the shit they didn't got too real.
Got dust on them. All kinds of stuff, you guys, I battle with in my mind. And I'm just being honest with you guys, and I'm being vulnerable. I battle with so many things mentally, and I didn't deserve that. I really didn't.
Q, let me ask you a question. I was about to lie and say I ain't trying to be funny. I actually am trying to be funny. Why God ain't fixed all this? Why are you having to go to a therapist, a human being, when God could heal you? Why you still broken? Why Jesus ain't fixed it?
A lot of the stuff that he did, I did not deserve that. Just the absolute disrespecting.
A lot of the stuff he did, man, all you said this nigga did was hang with his friends and spend some money. You didn't say he cheated. You didn't say he ain't beat you. You ain't said he called you no bitches and hoes or none of that. What the fuck what disrespect? This basic ass shit that you complaining about he did in your part-time ass marriage.
That you're not being disrespectful when you keep doing stuff. Girl, rush to be a mom. Girl, rush to be a mom. Do you see what you got?
What did he keep doing? Going out with his friends?
No, what I'm saying is that's how I got into this situation. Like feeling like my clock is ticking and feeling like I'm missing out on something or I'm whatever. And I'm not. I have time. You know what I mean?
No, you got in this situation because you said it was God, man. It was God.
The clock is not ticking. I'm still going to be able to be a wife if that's my desire. I'll still be able to be a mom if that's my desire. I'll still be able. And you guys know he got triggered when he talked about the kid thing. Did y'all see that in his video? He was like, damn. You know, the whole, I'm not going to get into that, but that was.
So you saying he was trying to get you pregnant and you had the birth control in, but you were saying in your mind that was one of the reasons you got married because your clock was ticking, yet you never stopped taking birth control to get pregnant? That's crazy work. But you could. We had just heard of a YouTuber, though, that was 50 with twins last year, so you still got time. You got like 15 years, G.
Along the lines of just like the disrespect and the hurt, where it's just like, I can't come back from that. Like, I can't. Like, you think you're the only person that is feeling some type of way? Like, that's let me read the comments. I completely understand. Thank you. You are young. Don't tell yourself that. I want a Mexican man at least they will work. Please don't be pressed. When a woman has a baby, it's because she's in a toxic place and that baby is to teach her the need of a lesson. Africans believe in many kids. They are different. Q, I'm the same. I have always picked the same person in a different body. I've gotten therapy and still haven't been able to break the cycle. It's sickening and I'm sick of it and I'm tired of it and I'm sick of myself. I'm absolutely positively sick of myself. I am.
It's not a hard cycle to break. You choose the person that you give your number to. You choose the person that you fuck. It's not hard.
I'm just done. Like, I don't want no relationship. I just want to be by myself. Like, I just, what would that look like if I put all that energy into myself? You get what I'm saying?
Anyway, you would be the bitch that you've been claiming you've been the past 10 years. That's hour number 2. We still got an hour and 25 minutes left. That's another mouthful. Another damn mouthful. It's playoff time and stuff. Truth, you on live today? Or you vacationing?
Yeah, I'm going live.
All right. We'll see y'all over at Truths.
See y'all.
To the next episode, we out. Hopefully, Goodwill ass will say something today so we can be like, okay, we done with you, Q.
Never been a hoe, I stay on go, so what the business? Nigga talking reckless, shoot this bitch ass with the quickness. Now he bleeding, sorry, begging, asking for forgiveness. Bow, 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 Limp Biscuit. All my niggas wildin', they done labeled us some misfits. Wake up every morning, 2 or 3, 5 in the Fitbit. Oh shit, didn't nobody come to see you old, it's some focus. Shoot 100 shots, no reloaded. Master of the game, you would think I'm into coded. Memphis niggas spit this pimpin', mackin' like I'm golden. Ho, with my money, you gon' turn me to the old me. Stay high, first class flight, I'm in the nosebleed. Hoppin', cookin', whippin', shippin', till we count the proceeds. OG, I've been moving back niggas since 03. Low key, niggas hatin', but they don't want no beef. State gang, true sippers, bitch, I bet we gon' eat. Get jammed, get a lawyer, make it bunny, don't speak. Pour up, I need some more. A nigga had a long week. Shout out to my plug, he showed me love, he out in Long Beach. I'm true geek. Walked in by myself, but left with 2 freaks. Ooh, we nothing in they mouth and on they booty. Austin Power swag, yeah, baby, this is groovy. You can call me money boy, or you can call me nudie. Hood niggas, churches, chicken, let me get a 2-piece. Top down, 2-seater, let me feel the 2 breathe. Gotta hold it steady, chopper, kick it back like Bruce Lee. Lately I've been in the zone, I guess I'm in my 2-3. Don't call my phone for nothing less than a QP. Feeling like the Migos, cause my bitch is bad and bougie. All my haters love me, all these bitches just some groupies. Came a long way, I like to introduce the new me. Standing on business like I'm king or like I'm Drewski. Call me Run Island cause I like my love for choosy. When we link it's a movie, she bustin' like a Uzi. I love the way she do me, I beat it up like Uzi. She dancing just like Suki. Call me Run Island cause I love my love for choosy. When we link it's a movie, she bustin' like a Uzi. I love the way she do me, I beat it up like Uzi. She dancing just like Suki. I never been a hoe, I stay on go, so what the business? Niggas talking reckless, shoot his bitch ass with the quickness. Name pleading, sorry, begging, asking for forgiveness. Bow, 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 Limp Biscuit. Never been a hoe, I stay on go, so what the business? Nigga talking reckless, shoot his bitch ass with the quickness. Name pleading, sorry, begging, asking for forgiveness. Bow, 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 Limp Biscuit.